Why, hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from beyond the binary. We are live on twitch.tv. Oh my goodness, it's happening. And for some reason, there is a hype train. What happened in my absence? Death warmed over. Hold on, I should probably... Hello. I'm here now. Death warmed over. Thank you for gifting a sub to Izanami no Mikoto. Call 2, thank you for the tier 1 sub, and Greybeard426, thank you for the gift sub to Burasaba. Oh my god, no! No! Stop! McDougall, how could you? No! No! I'm already being broken by the game. I don't need you guys to break me further. McDougall, thank you very, very much for the very generous 5 gift subs to Tycare, Vi, FF14, Opie Dragon, Matt, Bipmat, and Kentaro TV. Welcome on in, guys. Courtesy of McDougall. Andy, Hyper Hopper Train to the end. That's right. Chat, I've not really spoken about this with the mods, but I think today might be the penultimate stream. I think today we're going to get to the next stopping point. And I think the plan, in my head at least, is Thursday, I'm going to make sure I've got everything ready, because there's a couple things I want to get ready. And then I think Friday we'll do a bumper length. It shouldn't be that much longer. I'll try and, you know, not get too stally, but we'll go on Friday for a, you know, race to the finale, as it were. There really aren't any stopping points beyond this. Tuna, don't worry about it. The mods believe there is. And as much as I'm sure you're a lovely person, Tuna, the mods I've known for a lot longer. So I'm going to trust them in that there is a location in which we can stop. And then after that, we will then go to the end on Friday. That's the plan. Anyway, chat, how are we all doing? Welcome on in. Let me say hello to you all. Who do we have with us today, I wonder? Meg, hello. Asik, Risha, Neo, Kevlar, Tidemore, make some time. Lazy Rico, Bear Squared, Risha. Yang, hello there. Make some time, hello. Risha again. Hiss, Lizard, Asik, Pear Squared, Betty Zwelt, Misidentified Lemon, Coyote. It's Kate, Pear Squared again. Nemesis, Serena.
Raise them high and welcome.
Clivey Bear, what are you doing? That's enough, man. That's enough. You need to stop. You've been far too generous and kind this week. My God. Clive, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Landing in the laps of Ren JB, Num Tamip, Milo Desti, LM No Life King, and Razor Red 1313. Thank you, Clive. I appreciate it, buddy. That's very kind of you. No more, though. I will revoke your rights to gift subs. I don't know if I can, but I will find a way. Thanks, bud. Really do appreciate it. Hello, Clive. Sirisaurus, hello. Thank you, hello. My goodness, I'm getting all choked up. Valiant Turtle, hello there. Erastos R, hello. Martian, Asterin Whitethorn, Ashrick, Finster, Deathwarmed Over, Meg, Crater Gaming, Creepy McPaints-a-Lot, Stormy Grey. Out of interest, by the way, Creepy McPaints-a-Lot. Are you an artist? An artiste? Do you paint miniatures? Do you paint canvas? Do you paint digitally? I'd love to know what you paint. On the off chance that you paint miniatures like I do, because I'd love to chat to somebody about painting miniatures. Krikov, hello there. Donington, hello. Everyone type Forsen, Toot, hello, how are you today? The Smangler, hello. Donington again. JB Betley, Finster, Tuna, Sophie P, Seabass, Iggy, The Tree, Albus Corvey, hello there, how are you today? Excited for the Hildebrand stream today? Yeah, chat, this is one big bait and switch. What you're seeing on the screen right now is actually green screen, and it's going to come down in a second, and it's just going to be Hildebrand's face. No, we're not going to be doing Hildebrand today. I'll state that now in case people do genuinely think that's going to happen. The silver lining of my teenage son catching COVID is that we have to cancel our vacation plans. I'll get to watch Andy walk to the end this week after all. Zatan, that is tragic on the one hand, somewhat good on the other, I suppose, but I'm sad to hear that you've had to cancel your vacation plans. Hopefully, if you'd pre-booked anything, you're able to get refunds for it. And hopefully, you know, walking to the end with us will soften the blow, as it were. But yeah, seriously, that's not too great. Hopefully your son feels better soon. Gal regretting username, hello. Flareheart, hello. Dash, hello. Thurain, hello. Raiho, good morning, Andy in chat. I'm jumping the gun. I'll let text-to-speech Brian handle it. Go on, Brian, take it away.
Good morning, Andy in chat. Have fun and walking and did love.
Raiho, I certainly shall. Thank you very much for the 2 months of Prime. Welcome on in. Cal, hello again. Cal2, or Call2, should I say. I'm now seeing your name in chat, and I realize it's not Cal, but Call2, hello. Umemi, hello. Sagittarius A, hello. Oliver, hello. Greybeard, hello there. Luke, welcome. Erica Illustra, hello there. How are you today? Welcome on in. Sophie P, welcome. Jamie, hello. Good morning, Andy. Recent lurker who joined to see you play the best part of the expansion. Can't wait to see where you go from here. Jamie, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I will also say, there's been a couple of lurkers who have left very, very nice comments on the Google form sheet. Exclamation mark next game in chat if you want to find it. It's basically a questionnaire to see what people want me to play next. I've got like some options on there for you to pick from. Yeah, have a look. But there's like an optional box at the bottom where you can leave messages and stuff. To the lurkers who have left messages, I don't want you to necessarily reveal yourselves, but know that you had me blubbering like a baby at midnight last night. I'm sat there just scrolling through the responses and, oh my god, like, calm down. You're being far too kind, and it genuinely, I was like crying in bed. I was like, what do they mean? Why are they saying these nice things? And then Mrs. D20 rolls over and she's like, what are you crying about? And I'm like trying to explain to her. Anyway, you're far too kind, lurkers who've left those messages, and the rest of you are pretty nice too, I suppose. But thank you. I do appreciate it. McDougall, hello again. The Smangler, hello. A Most Sovereign Lady, hello. Kalela, hello. Garland, hello there. Hey, Oliver, welcome. How are you today, Oliver? Love from Akira, hello. J Brew, belatedly, thank you for the Prime sub. And
Yo, chat and Andy.
Betty.
Good luck today. I'll be lurking until it's time to go to the cinema and watch the Barbie movie.
Hey.
Love and it bongo.
Enjoy, Betty. I'm very jealous. I've not been able to go see it yet, nor have I seen Oppenheimer, to be honest, but hopefully soon. It's mainly because Mrs. D20's not been feeling too well, so the idea of going to a cinema hasn't been the best idea, but hopefully soon I'll be able to join you, and we can talk about it, Betty. Enjoy. I hope you're wearing, like, a nice outfit to go in, because I see people have been doing that, like wearing a nice pink ensemble to go watch Barbie. I'm here for that. I don't have anything pink in my wardrobe right now, but I will have to procure something in time for it. Akira, hello there. Thur, hello. Yuri15, hello. How are you today? Welcome on in. Leek, hello. Leek, honestly, I would love to sit here and look at this skybox all day. I don't know how many other people here played Skyrim. I imagine a few people, but the plains to the west of Whiterun at night, the night sky there is sublime, and I sat there for hours back in 2011 when the game came out, just staring at it. This beats it 10 times over and then some. This is one of my favorite skyboxes in any game ever, and I cannot wait to just come and sit here and chill in between duty finders, roulettes, whatever. And the music is phenomenal. And it's only gotten more intense, hasn't it, as the zone has gone on, which I think is a lovely touch. What's tomorrow again? I missed it. I think the plan, and again, it depends on what happens today, but I think the plan right now is to get to the next viable stopping point today. Thursday, I've got some stuff I would like to do in preparation for the finale, which will come to fruition on the finale, which will be Friday. And then Friday, I have had a chat with Mrs. D20, and we've, figured everything out. We're going to have dinner at a different time and sort things out that way. Friday, we'll do like a longer stream to the end, including chatter and theory crafting and all that fun stuff. And maybe if, depending on how quick I am, maybe we'll get time to watch a little bit of FanFest stuff. I don't know. I might save that for next week. But yeah, that's the plan, I think, in my head. So yeah. Hopefully that works out. Crom, hello there, how are you today? Crit, hello. There's a couple alright stop points. Okay, gotcha. Solo Outro, hello there, how are you today? Clivey Bear again, I will remove your ability to give subs, how dare you. Imara, ready for the walking, as am I. I'm actually thinking about RP walking my entire way through this zone. What do you think, chat? Nova, hello. Lucael, hello. Erudite Ember, hello there, how are you today? Finster, welcome. Lazy Rico, hello again. Fredermus, hello. I think it's going to largely depend on how you feel about stopping at the time, but the mods won't steer you wrong. Yeah, I have confidence in them. Norse 2018, hello there, how are you today? Sen goes raw, hello. People have been ruined by the binge watch culture nowadays. Plenty spots to stop. I'm sure there will be. But I imagine that for some people, and again, I'm not going to be able to fully give my own thoughts and opinions on this, depending on what happens. Once I've beaten the game, I'll hopefully be able to retrospectively look back at it and throw in my own 2 cents. But I've played games before where I would recommend somebody sets aside a bit of time to enjoy it in its entirety, and I know going into this, people had recommended the same for me. mods have reassured me that I'm all good, which I'm fine with. I do get what you mean though about the binge culture thing. I love watching things on a weekly basis, on like a weekly release cycle, because part of what I enjoy so much about watching TV is not necessarily theory crafting, but sort of soaking in the episode and being like, I wonder where that could go. And then like a couple days later, I'll be like, oh wait, what if that character, what if their motivations lead them to do this, and what if they betray them, and like getting like excited about what could happen. And then the next episode coming out, it's something to look forward to. I enjoy that. I couldn't just imagine stopping myself anymore. No, I get you, Tuna. I get you. Tatey Bread, hello. Right, I know. I don't blame anyone, by the way. If anyone like blitzed through the game, the expansion in like a couple days, go for it. That's how I used to consume MMORPG expansions anyway. So, Pink Phoenix, hello. You do digital art. Creepy McPaints a lot. If you ever want to share, I'd love to see it. That's awesome. Ultima Thule, rising from the sea of memories, where what was once begun shall soon end. Crom, couldn't have said it better myself. Gomez, hello. I'd love to see that. Would you get like a full arm tattoo, Gomez, of like Red 13, like running up your arm? That could look pretty cool. Maybe. This is where you're thinking more along the lines of something small, like on your ankle. I think you could fit a full sleeve in, Gomez. I think it would suit you. Dallas, hello. Draz, hello. Pink Phoenix, hello. How are you today? Woo, Pink Phoenix is here. What the Sound, hello. Asuri, hello again. Greybeard, hello. It's Kate. Miasma Attack. Fields Bad Pack. Pear. Raiho again. Snarders. Hello there. How are you today? Welcome on in.
Estinian is the smelliest scion and he was in charge of changing the air here. Face underscore with underscore raised underscore eyebrow.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. He did summon a green fart, didn't he, to pierce the clouds, which was interesting. No, I tell you what, my opinion on Thancred and Estinian at the moment is I don't think they're gone. And I think that was pretty much cemented by the fact that Meteon said that Thancred's soul is lingering about somewhere. But I love the idea that at the end of it all, at the end of our journey, they are... hold on, let me see if I can word this properly. I think to them, they don't understand they're not gone. I think they fully believe that they are giving themselves up to save the world. And I think that is where the true like emotional heart of it lies, in knowing that in that moment yesterday at the end of last stream, Estinian had no idea what was going to happen to him, but he knew what he needed to do in order to ensure that we could succeed. Isn't that amazing?
Andy.
June! Hey!
Cheers. I had a pretty good job interview today. Hope you're doing great, B.
June.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Thank you, Lady Wind. I greatly appreciate the follow. June, I'll have to say, slide into Zithwan's DMs and see if you can borrow some of his good luck that we sent him. I will funnel that all to you. Zithwan has recently succeeded in his own job interview prospects. Let's now hope, June, you're next in line. I have no doubt that you will be. June, sending you all my love and luck, of which it's all yours. I have no need of it right now, so it's all yours, June. Let us know how you get on. Farah is also here to share in the moment. Fantastic. Thank you, Erudite Ember. Look at him tippy-tap, chat. He's so cute. So cute. Thank you, Erudite Ember. I appreciate it, buddy. Firelord Van, hello. Amy, hello. Kelvin, hello. J Brew, hello again. Thank you for the very kind Prime sub. Are there any standouts? Crit, have you left one? Since, will you stop to stream FF14? Oh, Tenchi, yeah, I'll find time to play FF14 still. I just don't know in what capacity I'll do it, you know? I'd love to be able to say that I'd keep progressing and making FF14 content, but I fully understand that when I'm done with this journey, viewership is going to fall off a cliff, and I need to judge from that how many people are still interested in little old me making FF14 content, and depending on that, I'll make more, and if not, then I won't. So it's as simple as that, and it isn't, you know, I'm not going to guilt trip anybody. Like, it's the nature of the beast, isn't it? Chat, if you're here now and love 14, I think you'll be interested in the games. Thanks, Hiss.
Thanks
for shouting me out, buddy. Oh my goodness. Is that the real Lucanator 6000? The one, the only? Buddy, how have you been?
Hello. Been a mine Ute?
It's been a minute. Hey, it has, Lucanator. How have you been, buddy? Lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. How are you today? How have you been? How's life been treating you, sir? Hopefully you're doing well. Graheen's hello, Sign hello. Hey, folks. Hope you're having an absolutely lovely day. My eyes glancing past chat tells me some folks haven't had the loveliest of starts, but that just means, let me start that again, that just means it's got even more room to grow and more better to get. And if things keep getting tougher, know that you're getting better. You're becoming the best person you can be, and as you keep giving beautiful things to the world, know people like me are out here appreciating you and hoping to one day give you a little something back too. Sign, my God. I feel like we should be paying you for these lovely messages, Sign, because no doubt they lift people up in ways that they couldn't have imagined. Certainly you lifted me up, but I didn't need lifting up. I feel lots better now having read that. I'm looking forward to see you completing the boring story so we can finally have daily triple triad streams. Now we're talking. I need to go and fight Cheating Way back in Charlian. I never got around to that. Maybe one day Endy will acknowledge he's a genuinely good entertainer. Not going to happen in this lifetime. Greybeard. Never. Oppenheimer is amazing. I cannot wait to see it, Gorshan. Cannot wait to see it. Texugo, hello. Gonna be vibing in chat until about 12:30. Gotta work from 1 p.m. on. Kane Lightswan, welcome on in, buddy. Hopefully you're able to vibe with us a little bit longer. I did the Barbenheimer, and I gotta say, if you go see Barbie instead, you're choosing the better movie. Really, Greybeard? Okay. I imagine, and this is coming from someone who's quite the fan of Christopher Nolan, I imagine Oppenheimer is going to be a heavy film. I've not gone back and watched a few of Nolan's films. Tenet I loved, but I've not watched it since. Just because I don't know, I feel like I'm exercising my brain watching some of his films at times, where I've got to really be engaged in it, and I imagine Oppenheimer will be that. I'm an Ultima Thule enjoyer, Sagittarius A, same here. Grim Apple Pie, hello, how are you today? I recently found a store that sells a pink hoodie with a big Doom Guy print on it, and I love it. Do you own it? I hope you bought it. Grim Apple Pie, that sounds amazing. I loved that whole Doom Animal Crossing online hysteria, I suppose is the best way to put it. There's a fantastic...
And sword,
whoa!
raise them high.
Morg underscore Haven? What the hell is going on? What? Thank you very much for the completely out of nowhere 10 gift subs. Thank you very much. That is very sweet of you. Welcome on in. Tribologia, King Arthas, no king can rule forever, my son. Kuzu Chicken, Lord of Sram, Ironclad Templar, Asanial Thor, Elivan, Demo Snacks, Mr. Nine Madness, and Nazuki. Courtesy of Morg Haven. Thank you, Morg. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. I will hopefully pay you back with some quality entertainment. I'll try my best. Thank you, Morg. That's very sweet of you. Demo Snacks. Hello, I believe you just gifted a sub. Hi, chat. And Andy, I hope everyone is doing amazing. Demo Snacks, I'm feeling pretty good today. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling pretty good too. Mio the Monster, hello. How are you today? Yang, hello again. Solo Outro, hello. I considered RP walking through Ultima Thule myself too. I think I'd constantly be getting ambushed by different things. Just here to say I fell asleep. Enjoy the stream, and I can't wait to listen to the VOD at work tomorrow. Youngie, enjoy the VOD tomorrow at work. Lovely to see you today, bud. Where am I here? Ipson, hello, how are you? Welcome on in, sir. Lovely to see you. Flavindi, hello. Emily Lime, hello. Dine Online, hello. Back from FanFest. Happy to be back here to see this leg of Endy's journey. Dine Online, how was FanFest? Did you have a good time? I am impossibly jealous of yourself and everybody else in chat who not only went to Vegas, but is going to the London FanFest and the Tokyo FanFest. I wish I could go, but it hasn't happened. Playing the expansion in like 3 days at launch was an experience. I only ever did an all-nighter to binge an expansion once, and it was the wrong expansion, chat. I stayed up all night to play Shadowlands. It was the biggest mistake of my life. I could have picked any of the others. I played WoW since vanilla. I could have done an all-nighter for the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists, Warlords. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it now, because in my eye, like in my mind's eye, I thought, well, this is the last opportunity I have before I'm like an adult with responsibilities to be able to binge an expansion launch. You know, I thought, well, next time an expansion comes out, I'll be a married man, maybe have a child by then. All these things running through my head, and I thought, no, I'm going to do it now. And it was, yeah, it's miserable. Miserable. I will admit, though, I got to, like, max level by 7 a.m., and I went to McDonald's and got a breakfast, and that was nice. That was probably my favorite bit, was eating food at 7 a.m. You're going to have to watch the fans sing a particular song after you beat 6.0. 1,000 fans sang a song. It's amazing. I cannot wait. Snarders, hello again. I'm so far behind on chat, guys, but I'm trying my best. don't worry. We beat the game this week, no matter what. So don't worry about me stalling or whatever. Arcasia Dreamer, hello. Erudite Ember, hello again. Andres Bandit, Jens, Sir Linkalot. I blitzed through it in 3 days, but I didn't skip or go faster than I was comfortable with. It was mainly so that I could also watch streamers and see their reactions. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. I sped my way through Sekiro when that came out, because one of my favorite streamers was doing a no-hit run of Sekiro a couple days after it launched, and I wanted to go and hang out with him. So I blitzed through Sekiro so I could go and watch this guy's stream, and I will admit it was good fun. I had someone in my FC spoiling plot things during the early release days of Endwalker. My god, did the guild leader, or FC leader should I say, not just kick them? That is ridiculous. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Well, you'd think people would have the know-how. I almost feel like people who do that are humble bragging about how far ahead they are than everybody else. Like, oh my goodness, guys.
Shield and sword.
Zone
Raise
6.
them high and welcome.
And their Stinian just disappeared. And it's like, okay, yeah, we get the you've had all the time in the world to play the game. No need to rub it in. Oliver, thank you for gifting a sub to MumD20. I will assume MumD20 is here somewhere. Hello, MumD20. I'm so far behind on chat that I can't see the bottom yet. So, hello, MumD20. Thank you, Oliver. Kelby, hello. Finally able to catch you live. Just finished last stream, and now I'm crying. Kelby, I'm sorry. Go grab some tissues. You'll need them for later on, I have no doubt in my mind. I'm the same way with reading. I like pausing often to take in a moment and meditate on the story. It takes me a long time to finish a book. I've never been able to binge read a book. I often need time to like compress on it and be like, okay, whoa, I need to think about this. I took the week off for release, and I think it took me 2 weeks to complete it. I come in, first thing I heard was a fart to pierce the clouds. Leonix, welcome. Green Chocobo, hello. Traxios, hello. Nazuki, hello. The 7 stages of denial, that's it. June, hello again. Good luck with the job interview, June. Coffee, hello. Celestial Streams, hello. I'm getting queues now of like 20 people whenever I try to log in at midday. I cannot wait to see what it's like on an expansion launch. That's going to feel surreal. Pear, hello again. I think I'm almost caught up here. Spirit of Gotham. Lime again, hello. Yuri, hello. Winterfall, hello there. How are you today? Pi, hello. Lovely to see you. Where are we here? Jamie, are you also waiting for good news? Jamie, good luck. Sending you all my love and luck that I haven't already sent to June. My goodness. Phoenix Senpai. What is going on? Phoenix Senpai.
I'm with family for the rest of the week, so I'll have to miss the rest of your walk to the end. So here's an early congrats, and thanks for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you for wanting to share my journey with yourselves, I suppose, Phoenix Senpai. You guys have made the game and the journey and the experience all the more magical. You know, I've played many games on Twitch in the past 4.5 years, and what has been a constant is that each game I've played, the joy that I've been able to sort of draw forth from the game is like 50% the game, 50% fans of said game who have joined to come and watch, be it Final Fantasy VII, FF8, Divinity Original Sin, Hollow Knight, you name it. Half of the joy that I experience as a streamer is the emotions from you guys in sharing and living vicariously through my own playthrough. So, thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart to anyone who's joined the journey with me, with us. It's made it so much better than it otherwise would have been. So thank you. And I'm glad that out of all of the playthroughs, you landed here. Thanks. I appreciate it. Azure Icon, hello. How are you today? Welcome on in. Or Aloo, as you've put it. Aloo, how are you, Azure Icon? Amy Louise, hello. Andy, there's an error on your poll. You forgot the Outer Wilds. I will play the Outer Wilds, I promise you. So many people have written it in the little box at the bottom. Yeah. Lucanator, buddy. No, I'm not gonna, pry about what you've gone through there. But know that always here, man. If you don't pop in for a year, 2, 3, 5 years, and you want to pop in and hang out, always be here, man. And I'm really, really hoping that you're able to sort of come out through the other side of what you're going through right now better. I'm sure you will. And what are you playing? Talk to us about that. What are you playing at the minute, Lucanator? I'd love to know. Make some time. Hello again. The Quikides. Thea. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to butcher your name. Thea Quikides. Please let me know how to pronounce your name, because I'm going to be very embarrassed because I don't know how to pronounce it right now. Hi, I've been binge watching your A Realm Reborn and Heaven Towards VODs and noticed that someone had been so nice to give me a sub. So just want to say thank you so much. Thea, enjoy. enjoy. Thank you for enjoying the VODs. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Nightwind, hello. How are you today? Texugo, hello again. It's the dense film. Gotcha. Morg, again, thank you for the very generous 10 gift subs, Morg. I'm now at the bit in chat where you gifted them. You are amazing. Thank you, Morg. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Majoga, hello. Esseek, hello again. Kelby, hello again. Dappersloth, Shelby. Oh my goodness. Add some scenery, isn't it just, Saviax? Isn't it just? Luke, hello again. Oh boy, I don't do WoW, but I know it's bad. Feels bad, man. I did the same. FanFest was fun, but I found out I'm allergic to Vegas. I heard it's hot. I heard it was really hot. I pity you. I really do. I did for Warlords of Draenor and got stuck on the flight path to Garrison. Caria, I remember that bug. I remember that bug very well. I had the issue where I couldn't click the banner to make my Garrison. Do you know what I mean? At the very beginning of the expansion, when they create the portal, then you got to click the flag to like go to the next bit. It just broke. Like servers were overloaded or something. Mystic Sky, hello. Equestria Guy, hello. Wait, we're allowed to have a wife and children? Yeah, you can do whatever you want. The world's your oyster. I quit WoW for good when they added WoW token to Wrath Classic. I was getting stressed out with raiding and Blizz selling gold was the final straw. I can't believe they added it to the classic servers, Tatey Bread, honestly, because I feel like that undermines part of the experience of, you know, Wrath Classic, right? You want that classic experience, and they're like, well, actually, instead of having the farm, you know, titanium ore in Wintergrasp, as I'm sure a lot of us did back in the Wrath days, just flying around in a big oval, you know, trying to farm as much ore as possible. Now you can just swipe your credit card and buy your way to whatever you want, boosts, whatever. I don't know. It's a deep subject that I do not want to touch with a barge pole, mainly because it's going to irritate me. I will say I did see they're now selling a $15 like outfit on their in-game store, and it looks awful, and I don't understand what logical leaps and jumps they've had to do to charge $15 for that set. If you've seen it, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. It is very strange. I'm going to be going on an all-nighter or two for Baldur's Gate 3. Erastos, enjoy. I need to check this, actually. I'm trying to sell on my Steam marketplace. I'm trying to sell some old in-game items from Dota 2 and Counter-Strike, because I played a lot of Dota and Counter-Strike, chat, which some of you might not know. There you go. An avid fan of both games, because I want to try and buy Baldur's Gate through my old, like, little microtransaction things. 50 quid, and I can't stretch that, so I'm going to try and sell my old stuff to afford it. Hopefully I'll be able to join you on that, hopefully soon enough. Nightwind, hello again. I'm fully blind at 14, but I remember you saying we beat the game today in P5 to end up having 3 more weeks. No, it's definitely ending this week, Nightwind. Guaranteed. I can't believe I'll be here to witness this stream. Kuro, neither can I. Welcome on in. How are you today? My girlfriend and I got snacks in and hung out on voice chat with our FC during Shadowbringers and Endwalker. It was amazing, sorry. Coming up to Amarok together was a memory. Wow. I'd love to be able to play a game like this with Mrs. D20, but it's not her cup of tea, and I'm not going to, you know, force it upon her. Be like, you must play Final Fantasy XIV. I think she would enjoy it. We played Guild Wars 2 together, but it's a big time investment. And with her job and the amount of time she has to spend doing extracurricular stuff, like the amount of work teachers have to do at home is genuinely ludicrous. And I imagine anyone here who is a teacher or is, you know, partners with a teacher or whatever, knows what I'm talking about. So she just has no free time. So the idea of playing 14 with her, I think I would have gotten to Endwalker sometime in 2027, maybe at a push. Ignis Alchemist, hello. Akira, hello again. Shanali, how are you today? Reese's Sky, hello. It was like 8,000 people in a queue. Wow. It's pretty crazy to say, but I think this story is the greatest work of fiction produced by mankind, an epic on a bigger scale than any of the classics, but an incredible medium of delivery in the form of a game in which the player is the protagonist. I think to say it's the greatest work of fiction ever, I can't comment on that, on account of there being millions of books that I've not read. But I will say, on the topic of the medium of delivery in the form of a video game and what have you, I do think it's unmatched in that sense. I really do. And I'll touch on that in a second. Post gift sub. Gomez, thank you for gifting a sub to Nightwind42. I greatly appreciate that. Welcome on in, Nightwind. Courtesy of none other than the Evo Gomez. Enjoy your sub badge, ad-free viewing, and the emotes. Of course, sir. I hope you're doing well. I really do. Lovely to see you, Nightwind. Yeah, so, like, think about the evolution of entertainment. Theatrics, television, film, literature, all these different mediums with which we're able to go on an adventure in our own imaginations, right? And obviously going from literature where you're reading the book and then having to sort of imagine it in your head, which is like a true test of the imagination, to then having things like radio shows, which is sort of the same sort of thing where you're having to imagine it in your head, to films where nowadays, you know, through the use of green screens and technology, you're able to create these magical, fantastical worlds. Look at Avatar, Lord of the Rings as a good example, which doesn't require you necessarily to use your imagination, but can paint this beautiful picture of a world and allow you to experience it from the comfort of your couch or a cinema seat. Video games are entirely different to almost everything that has come before in that sense, in that, as you said, you are the protagonist. You are the one moving around in this world, in this 3D space, interacting with things, making relationships with characters. Of course, you know, all of the dialogue is pre-selected and you can't interact with it in that way. I guess the closest thing is D&D, which I didn't touch on, but that's a whole other, you know, can of worms. It really is a masterclass in storytelling on an epic scale, and I've gone over this before, like a true epic. The idea that you can have a 10-year-long journey if you played this back, you know, 10 years ago, to have it culminate in such a way where everything that has come before feels respected and isn't just trod over. You know, so many games and so many television shows even don't necessarily spit on what came before, but they happily rewrite, rehash, sort of, you know, forget about certain things. And, you know, by the end, a lot of what came before isn't necessarily wholly relevant. We used primals to fuel the spaceship which would carry us to the edge of the world. The same primals who were one of the primary adversaries back in A Realm Reborn, for some people 10 years ago. Like, that is just one plot point, but that one plot point, fantastically done. The Ascian plot, going from A Realm Reborn through to Shadowbringers, when we get to learn more about them, more about their ancient origins, more of Amarot, and then obviously in Endwalker, getting to actually travel back in time as the protagonist of the game and witness their world. It's... no game has ever told a journey or spun a tale in quite the same way as Final Fantasy XIV has. So I fully agree with you, Kuro. And it's a bittersweet one coming to the end of it, as I've mentioned before. One, for the sake of, you know, I don't want it to end, right? Obviously, I'd love it to go on forever, and it will, but I now have to join you guys in waiting years for expansions and patches and what have you, whereas I've had the luxury of just being able to go, okay, let's go to Endwalker now that we're done with Shadowbringers, and let's go to Shadowbringers now that we're done with Stormblood. But I don't know how long it's going to take for me to be able to jump into another RPG and not be subconsciously thinking about the journey I've just gone on with 14. You know, this is a year-long journey that I've been on for this game, and I'm not going to forget it. Never going to forget it. Outer Wilds, yeah, we'll be playing it eventually, I promise. Will you be playing Starfield when it launches? Risha, I will. I don't know if I'll stream it. I'll have to think about that. I'm trying to set aside some games that I'm going to play in my own time. I do that a lot, where like a game comes out and I think, oh, people would love to watch me stream that. To the point that I don't really play any video game that comes out anymore for my own enjoyment. And I'd like to hold some of those back for that purpose. You know, so maybe Starfield will be that. That'll be a game that I can enjoy in my own time. I'll let you know, though. I'll let you know. Depends on, I guess, the reviews, maybe. Sathalan, hello. Nito, Lurker here. Thanks for the quality streams and the corkboarding. It's super fun to see. Have a great time. I definitely enjoy my stay here. Nito, or say your name again. Exinto. That's better. Not Nito. I was getting Dark Souls brain. Thank you. That is very much appreciated. And the same goes to yourself and all the other lurkers here. Thank you for enjoying the streams. I really do appreciate it. You know, there's a lot of people out there on the on the internet, on Twitch. Thank you for choosing to sit in here with me. I appreciate it ever so much. Artisian, hello there, how are you? Regarding Oppenheimer, it's a movie with the weight of a modern threads, but either the director or the necessities of working within the industry of Hollywood have robbed it of a little bit of bite, I feel. Have you seen it? Crit, you didn't tell me this. Performance is good, but there's definitely a feeling about the entire film that's difficult to describe, dull yet pretentious. Crit, I'll have to have this conversation with you when I've seen it. Because if not, I'm never going to get around to having a proper discussion. Recently, I started up another run of Hades and Red Dead Redemption 2. Hey! Red Dead Redemption 2, eh? A friend of mine, good friend of mine, recently started playing it for the first time, and all he's been doing is gushing over it, and how I need to play it at some point. So, I might join you on that, Lucanator. That might be a game I play in my own time. It looks like questing gear. It does, doesn't it, Coyote? Yeah. Sand Squared, hello. How are you today? Tenjenk, hello. Last stretch of the drive today, and COVID came in like a wrecking ball this morning. Wish me luck. Dawnforged, wishing you the best. I hope you feel better soon. June's 14, hello. June's 14, how are you today? Welcome on in. Thank you. You had a good week. How have you been? Hopefully you're doing well. I cashed out 10 years of Dota 2 cosmetics shortly before my baby was born. 10 out of 10. Do recommend. Yeah, a lot of mine, Dine, I don't know if you found this. A lot of mine are untradeable and unmarketable, which I was a little bit sad about. But yeah, I've also cashed out of pretty much everything at this point, and it feels good. Feels good. Elaine, hello, how are you today? Dawn's Royal, hello. I could agree for it being the greatest video game story. The greatest fiction, in my opinion, is The Wandering Inn. Ooh, I feel like I've heard of that, but I've never read it myself. I read a lot, and it's a good story, but not a book, so can't be compared. Yeah, gotcha. Jabone, good morning. How are you today? Welcome on in. I was told that I was supposed to do Request Crisis Core. You can do that if you'd like to. Parents, both teachers, they seem to always be working. I recently went to an exhibition in London about digital storytelling. I was sorely disappointed in how it completely ignored the amazing things going on in the world of commercial video games for a bunch of random, albeit interesting, indie art projects. I'd love to get into this conversation, but I know that I would delay stream by like another hour getting into it. But the video game industry, I don't know how much money it generates in comparison to, say, the film industry. I'd love to like look into that and maybe watch a few YouTube videos by people who know a lot more than I do on it, because I imagine there's a big conversation to be had there. Because I still think games are in a spot culturally where it's seen as sort of like some clandestine basement dwelling thing still, to an extent. I definitely feel like it's breaking away from that, but as an example, whenever a neighbor, because we moved in last year, whenever a neighbor's asked me my job, I say, oh, I like make entertainment online. I never say, oh, it's video games, because I feel like that would be met with, are you some sort of child, you know? Like, it's still in that space. Whereas if I said, oh, I make films, they'd be like, oh, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a conversation to be had there, but not right now, because again, we'd never make progress. I've been playing 14 for a while, but it never appealed to my 20-year-old. Watching your streams together has finally changed their mind, and they made their character last night. Risha, that is amazing. Oh, I hope they enjoy the journey, and I think you'll have a great time experiencing the world with them. Can video games be art was a debatable discussion 15 years ago, but by now I think it has been conclusively answered. Yes, I fully agree. I fully agree. Mass Effect 1 has a pretty cool story arc. I agree, Ambient. I agree. Planned since Warcraft 3. Zarjnin, hello. Video games are so many forms of art mixed into one, from art to acting to music to writing. Whew, have fun. I gotta watch them on the VODs. I fully agree, by the way. And again, that's why I think it'd be a fantastic subject to sort of tackle. Endwalker has been planned since Warcraft 3. Endy, you have much more. Can't wait to see you do the patch content. I cannot wait, Martian. I cannot wait. To me, my favorite video game. Start that again, Ibsen. I'm trying to speed through chat, and my brain's overloading. For me, my favorite video games are the ones that still direct your vision with a fixed camera, angles, or require you to exercise your imagination with low-fidelity art styles. The more detailed and powerful games get, the more they leave me cold. Probably my favorite game of the last few years was Return of the Obra Dinn, because it felt like such a crafted, intentional experience. Player freedom tends to detract from the fantasy for me. I get what you mean, by the way, about Obra Dinn. Fantastic game. Chat, don't look into it. Buy Obra Dinn. Fantastic game. You will not regret the money spent. If you do, you can refund it within 2 hours of purchase. It's an amazing game. Please look into it. I do get what you mean though, Ibsen. 100%. And I think I need to not really be delving into this too much, because I do need to play the game. But I get 100% where you're coming from. Like the new Assassin's Creed games, because they're open world, I feel like I'm in a paddling pool. Like I'm in an open world where I can, venture as far and wide as I'd like to, but the depth is not there for me. Whereas playing a game with a more crafted, intentional story or experience, I feel like I'm not looking around at everything, because the game's like, look here, do this, and it feels so much more enjoyable and visceral, I suppose. Anyone who unironically calls this a mere stupid weeb game is legitimately wrong. I fully agree. Any thoughts about doing the raid series for Endwalker? We will be doing the raid series, the Alliance raid, the trials. We'll do all of it. Promise you. Before I'm done with 14, we'll be doing all the patch quests and all of the raids and what have you. So yeah, don't worry about that. That will come. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile? Zajnin, I've answered this question before to a certain Vanar. Yes, it has. And I got quite emotional thinking about it, actually. Around my head. That sounds like a good plan, to be honest. Hello everyone, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Cypher, how are you today? Welcome on in. Unfortunately, games are just thrown into a huge bucket by the mass media or people that have negative impressions of them. Many folk think gaming is just mindless FPS battle royales. My wife had a terrible impression of games before we met, but now she's so amazed by the storytelling single-player RPGs can convey. 100%. Fully agree. Or they think it's just like The Sims, right? Make sure to set aside time for my new game in 2025. Zith1, I will set aside time, buddy. You let me know the date and I'm there. I'd love to see you stream Red Dead Redemption 2. Serena, I'll put it on the list. Dag Almighty, you're enjoying it? Okay. We did play Red Dead for one stream, and it was good, but it felt really heavy at the time, and I didn't touch it from then on. The 2022 video games industry revenue is $220 billion. Wow. 5 times more revenue than film. It makes way more money than the movies. I thought it was close to double. The fact that it's 5 times has actually blown me away. Who's the Wandering Inn fan? I've never met another one in the world. Okay, Lord of Sram, I'll shout that into the void. Who was it that recommended the Wandering Inn? Lord of Sram needs to know. There's still a lot of people who think it is somewhat, somehow virtuous to dislike video games. It's bizarre, isn't it? Clandestine, check the vocabulary, bro is cooking. Yeah, come on, Akira. Who's cooking here? Of course it's me. It's like whenever I say music from video games, the look I get is like I'm a weirdo. Yeah, right, I've been doing a lot of running recently, jogging for fitness and exercise and what have you. And I will listen to video game music sometimes because it's relaxing. And again, if someone would ask me, what are you listening to? Am I going to tell them, oh, I'm listening to this song from a game called Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward? You know? They'd be like, okay, you loser. See ya. Go play your video game in your basement. When I was in the ER a couple weeks ago, the nurse was giving me Tears of the Kingdom tips and tricks. I'm looking forward to being like 70 or whatever, and it's just a common thing. 100% every day. 100%. Hello through the magic of a random Wi-Fi. Hello, Defunct. I hope you're having a lovely time in the lakes. A lovely time, buddy. Prop, hello. How are you today? Afternoon, ET. Welcome. How are you today? Lovely to see you. Relic tools, I don't know if I'll do those on stream, Taliesin, but I do want to get them. If you weren't going to do the Endwalker raids, I would drag you to jail myself. The Smangler, I would expect that. Hello, I'm Tom. Hello, how are you? Still lots of boomers that just don't get it, despite video games being the #1 culture touchstone of our time. 100%. We need a book club? Yes, we do. There you go, it's Dawn's Royal. SRAM, it was Dawn's Royal. You may now engage in wandering in discussion. Do music while running? Now we're talking. I went to Dance Rock yesterday, and at one point the DJ put on Legends Never Die from League. I was chatting with a friend, but as soon as I heard it, it was like, I'm sorry, we're talking after. No way I didn't dance on video game music. That's awesome, man. That's so cool. Huh. Crit, I know. I'm caught up now, though. I'm caught up on chat. I got to the bottom. Here's the thing, right? If you guys come and hang out and you want to leave a message in this chat room, how obnoxious and rude would it be of me to ignore you and just skip and play the game? Like, imagine you're trying to talk to me like, Andy, I did this today. Andy, I applied for this job. Andy, like, I've had this thing that's happened and I'm quite sad and I just want to hang out. Like, imagine if I were just like, okay, let's play the game. Like, where is the interactivity there? Like, it may as well be a VOD, right? So I'm glad we get to have the time to chat. I know some people don't want me to chat, and that's fine. They can come back in 40 minutes after the stream begins. The Primal's music at FanFest was excellent too, but you might want to wait until you've caught up for spoiler avoidance. I certainly shall. Yeah, the plan, again, chat, I'll quickly reiterate. The plan right now is to get to a stopping point today. Thursday, I need to get some stuff ready for Friday, which will be the finale, I think. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Mrs. D20 and I have figured out how we're going to work it out. I'm going to make like a lovely dinner at like midday Friday so we can have like our big meal together, spend some time together, and then she's going to, you know, she's got some things planned that'll keep her busy and what have you. So yeah, caring and wholesome. Yeah, you gotta be. Well, on my side of good news, our new oven is not fried and our new dishwasher may be saved. Fantastic. Andy, I did come here explicitly to watch you play the game. +1. Okay, I'll stop playing. Hey Andy, me and my boyfriend Denny's love to watch your lives. So Viraj de Toldev, to you and your boyfriend, thank you for enjoying the content. I greatly appreciate it. That's very sweet of you. Welcome on in. At first, I skim-read your message and I thought you said you were at a Denny's. Yeah, anyway. Are you going to be streaming the Getting Ready on Thursday? I don't think so. I can't talk about it too much, but I got something I've been planning for a while, but I wanted to prepare, but I've not had time to do it yet, so yeah. Yeah. Andy, I came here explicitly to listen. You read my comments. That's more like it. Thanks, Bear. Chat, I do actually want to begin playing now, so I'm going to play. I go on holiday next week, and I was very concerned you'd finish Endwalker while I'm away. Well, I'm glad we could make it happen for you, Amy. I hope it's a really big corkboard. Could you imagine? I wheel in a corkboard. Hi, I'm here, Clive. Okay, we're ready to go. Chat. I will upload this picture onto Discord, because I saw a few people ask earlier if I could post it. What a skybox. What a game, huh? And the music as well is just sublime, isn't it? I'm not ready, chat. I'm not ready. Okay, make sure I'm in that chat box. Okay, we're good. I know yesterday there was a bit of panic because you guys were like, Andy, there's a hunt train. I'm glad I was able to avoid necessarily getting spoiled by something they might say. We're all good. We're all good. None of us are, even those of us who have played it already. Let me remind myself what they said. The wind has stayed the fog that covered this island, and the air, it no longer feels quite so stifling. As by the beating of mighty wings doth wind blow, where dragons may never again touch the sky, he and the shade he bore shall soar free. If I had known this place would claim Estinian too, No, it's what had to be done. Must this always be the price paid for safe passage? Now, at the minute, I'm being very optimistic in that I'm confident Thancred and Estinian are going to come back. But there's like a slither, just a teeny tiny part of me that wonders if this would be the perfect opportunity for them to do a, not soft reset, more so end the chapter of the Scions. And make them immortalized heroes in the annals of history of Eorzea, you know. But I'm not putting much stock in that because while that'd be awesome, that'd be epic. I don't think I'm ready to say goodbye to them. Look there, the wind. I see it. This is Estinian's doing. I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Okay, Midgard Sormir, I'm gonna dismiss you for a time. Forgive me, Andy. Could you go on ahead? I need a moment to gather my thoughts. Whoa! Oh, that was so short-lived. Can I jump back? Way! Okay, I'm not going to keep doing it. Just wanted to do it again, chat. Sorry. Just wanted to have one more go. Let's go back. Typical Dragoon? Well, not quite, because I didn't die. So, yeah. There we go. A powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other Scions should arrive before long. I don't know if you guys saw my fight against Hydaelyn, but I backflipped to my death. Just in case you missed that. Like a true Dragoon. He did it. He found a way forward for us. Oh no. Oh, the music's coming in and I can feel it coming, chat. Oh no. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet, Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting, Alphino, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here. why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alisai is right. We must press on, for their sake. Whew. Terralyn, is the audio completely bad? Can you not hear me? Chat, can you hear me? No?
I thank you for your continued pledge to the knighthood.
I've not yeah, it's fine. Oh, okay.
I mostly a lurker because anxiety, but just wanted to spread a little love and gratefulness as you helped me through a lot of anxious times, and it's always a pleasure to journey alongside you even in the shadows. Heart, also sending love to the wonderful chat, ended love.
Apologies if I mispronounced your name. Vigilia or Vigilia? Thank you very much for the 3 months of Tier 1. Know that I fully understand, as I've mentioned before, I am riddled with anxiety and panic, and I fully get the apprehension one might have in chatting in a chat room such as this one, where things do move pretty quickly, so totally understand. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for enjoying the journey. I really do appreciate you joining us. Do not worry about having to talk again. It's all good. But I really do appreciate that. It's very kind. You have delivered a blow to my emotions on a day where I'm already feeling quite emotional. So you've weakened me more so. I'm now more susceptible to many tears being shed. Thank you. Alisai, we have to keep going. Even if Estinian isn't here to see it, I'm sure Alphino wouldn't want to disappoint him. Oh, no, that's so... that took a minute for it to hit for me. Even if Estinian isn't here to see it, I'm sure Alphino wouldn't want to disappoint him. Oh my god. Oh, I love them so much, chat. I really do. I really do. I cannot wait to play this game, New Game Plus, and re-experience Heavensward all over again. Knowing what happens, the culmination of it all. Ah, dear. No choice have we but to march onward, lest we squander their noble sacrifices. To feign bravery with bold words is a simple matter, but without the strength of will to match, we are powerless against Dynamis. Naught less than unshakable conviction will suffice, which makes me question if I am up to the task. Though it pains me to say it, we can ill afford to stop and grieve our comrades' passing. No, there will be time enough after. Roads paved. Sacrifice. Roads paved by sacrifice, potentially? There's some glitching going on here. On the topic of which, I've seen all of you in Discord changing your Discord usernames. I didn't need that. Alphino has regained his composure and is ready to proceed. As Y'shtola and Alisai said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings? Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it, then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in this sand. Yeah, if you guys are in the Discord, just have a look at several of the names. People have taken to... Oh, chat, look at this view from up here. Beautiful. Okay. I think I'm actually going to bump the background music to... Let's go 75. Yeah. A little bit louder. That's better. Okay, so my theory was that each different section of this place is going to be another one of the adversaries that the Matea encountered. Oh! Oh! What the hell is that over there? There's like some spirit with a halo. Like a beholder-esque looking thing over here? Other one. What is this? Drifting... EA? 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 Hold on.
I thank you for
I can
your
cheat the...
continued
Its
pledge
head
to
fell
the
off,
knight.
chat. What's going on? Hold on. I'm gonna try and, like, get a...
I can't
shot of
even
them.
count this high. Luna's monthly installment has agreed. Zyri love indeed love.
Ziri, thank you very much for 54 months. I appreciate it, buddy. Chat, Ziri and Crit were the first two people to ever tell me about Final Fantasy XIV, and they told me to play it on stream 4.5 years ago. And I said no. Now look at me. Now look at me. It's pronounced Aya. 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 I'm trying to get like a... Oh, chat, I've messed it up. Hold on. What the hell? Periodically, it's like head comes off as well. And for any Magic the Gathering fans, look for the Phyrexian mana symbol. What's that about? Okay. That's a very strange model, isn't it? The Aya. The Aya. Sand. Sand everywhere. I always imagined Alasay was Anakin, in some way. If not for the light emitted by these glyphs, I might well have overlooked this monolith. Oh yeah. Oh, that is definitely not something I've seen before. Okay. If you were worried about my vision, you needn't be. I can still see quite well. Another seemingly barren world. For a mercy, the air is nowhere near as stale, but still quite dry, and the sand will no doubt prove bothersome in due time. Okay, hold on. Little group picture. Urianje. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, 'twould appear as ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I can't say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely, so we may assume this is the work of another race, one we may have yet to encounter. Meteon claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end.
Grab your shield and
Fascinating.
sword, raise them high, and welcome.
Maslar,
Knight.
thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome on in. Enjoy the ad-free viewing. Thank you for using your Prime here. I appreciate it ever so much. I'm not saying it's due to Mercedia, but it's probably Mercedia. Chaos Draken, you've just made spoiler chat drink twice. Thanks, buddy. Fascinating as the script is, we will glean naught from what we cannot decipher. What do you suppose that is over there? Oh, shit! I hadn't even seen that. I'm not sure, but it's hard to make out at the distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look, come on. Oh, chat, I was so preoccupied looking at the Aya that I'd completely missed the spiral-like thing over there. Let me go grab this ether current while I'm here. I won't look around for sightseeing logs quite yet, just in case the game takes me over here in a minute, but I imagine there's a sightseeing log somewhere in the nearby vicinity, and we'll grab it soon. Oh, look! What are these? I feel like I've seen these before, like in a house, in like the housing district. Can you get those as like an ornament for your house? Those like floating plants? Feels like I've seen those in Subnautica? Yeah. Great game as well. Love Subnautica. I never played Below Zero, isn't it? Oh, there's a friendly one. Oh, what are these? Oh shit, I think... Is that someone like this? That is not... That's a rhetorical question. I'm more just... Hold on, bear with me. I must kill one of them. But I've aggroed them. Sorry. Empty Promise. I wonder if we can glean anything from their spells. Empty Promise. Drifting Aya. Yeah, to me, it looks like... I can definitely see the arms and a head. Interesting. Ghostly figure. And there's another one here. Oh, this... Doesn't this seem like, Tears of the Kingdom? Like I should get my Sheikah Slate out and put it on there? Just a little bit? Alright. Ooh! Oh shit, chat. This is some fantastic music. I feel like I'm playing Luigi's Mansion or something. Lumi, enjoy Baldur's Gate 3. I'm hopefully going to pick it up tonight. I cannot wait. Are you going to be making your tiefling? By the way, out of the two you posted, I think your tiefling, to me, would look the best, personally speaking. I think it's today, Nemesis, yeah. 5 p.m., isn't it? Or 4 p.m.? I could be wrong. Sorry, let me read. What voice would they have? Melchior! Melchior, thank you very much!
Melchior has just tipped £10, finally able to see you live, which is hard since I'm in Canada. Hi BTW. I got to see a lot of your VOD and I really enjoy the lore delve you do, the theorizing, the attention to details, and can't wait to see your theories when you are up to date.
Melchior, thank you very much. I cannot wait to be caught up on the game and hopefully have a good job at try and do my best job at making theories and stuff. I cannot wait. I really am looking forward to it. Thank you for enjoying the VODs. Thank you for being able to pop in, and doubly thank you for the very generous £10. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's very sweet of you. I'm going to temporarily, very quickly delay alerts just for a sec while I try and read this. What do they sound like? I'll play around with it. Hail, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Ah, forgive me. I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. Oh? Okay. Don't like that. Don't like that. When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, ear, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable, given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkud. Yes, Kofkud of the Aya. We've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis, as this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we Ea are ether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the 5 senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. It's quite a number. That's rather a lot, isn't it? Ah, my apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavoured to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain your corporeal forms? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. Okay. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through the use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious, I butchered it, exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the ear, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Aya wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. Tacit. I don't know why, Eri, but I was like, why do I not know how to pronounce this word? This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Is it? The whole time, I'm just thinking of, like, body snatchers. Like, they're like, we're looking for corporeal flesh. Would you like to come with me? And the whole time I'm thinking, do you want my body? What's happening here? I'm not enjoying this. I don't agree with what Alice is saying at all. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. I guess that's what we're going to find out. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. I think what did it for me is when they said, oh, your etheric composition seems similar to what ours would have been. And it's like, oh, okay. So, like, we're a good fit for you then. Like a one-to-one fit. Okay. To me, are these like crystalline forms of what they once looked like then? With like long fingers, crossed arms, wings, it looks like. I don't know if that's just like the ice or whatever around their bodies. Because when I saw those, I thought maybe they were making their own sort of bodies out of crystal. Gadget, at some point, yes, I definitely will be. Is there anything up here? Oh, I hear something. Yay! My exploration has been rewarded, chat. In truth, I was hoping more so for a sightseeing log, but I'll take an ether current. I'll take an ether current. It's also treated us to this wonderful view of the world around us. Wow. Oh, look at that over there. What is that? Hold on. Like crystalline hearts. Very cool. What about ahead? There's the jump platform thing we saw before. Very, very cool. There's something moving over there in the distance. No, Lumi, come on. That's not how you type eggs. Lumi, come on. You know how to do it. You know what you need to do. Alright, I saw someone say I need to backflip off. Deal. There we go, Lumi. That's more like it. That's more like it. People still spam it like that to this day. And that gets me, because that was like 4 years ago. E-G-G-S. Eggs. It's in the egg. Do you remember that alert we had, Lumi, when people raided and it was that full screen? Hey, look, Lumi, it's you. Luminion. That full screen alert of Lord of the Rings. Good times. What are they? Hold on. Sorry to keep pausing. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. You guys kept telling me to stop apologizing, so I'll stop. What are they made out of? Golden hexagons? And circles? I have a lot of questions. Pringles! What flavor, though? What flavor Pringles are they? Hexagon is bestagon? Oh, look at that star over there. Ah, chat. God, I love this zone. I mean it when I say, if I can set this as my home point, I shall be doing so. They wiggle, they jiggle, they groove so smooth. I feel like we could get a little sing-song going on here, Cat. Oh, we're now here. The abode of the... Sorry, was it Ea or Aya? Someone did say earlier how I pronounce it, and I kind of forgot halfway through. Ea or Aya? Aya, thank you. Okay. Aya. The Isle of Dragons was shrouded in the silence of the dead, yet the stillness here doth suggest the Aya are, by and large, merely sleeping. They said there would be others, but I don't know what I was expecting. Something tells me I have different definitions of the word abode. More violet-coloured crystals. I cannot place my finger on it, but there is something unsettling about them. I should not be surprised their concept of a village is so different from ours. And yet... And by the way, actually no, I wouldn't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna stick with Kofkud. I feel like that'll do. You know who I'm talking about when I say it. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable, given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. Okay. When we first learnt about the Matea scouring the stars for life and answers to the question, never did I think we might actually get to interact with some of these civilizations. This is phenomenal. This is brilliant. Even should they elect not to emerge, you need but cast your thoughts to the crystals to communicate with the Aya within. I did see there are more monoliths over here. Ostracon Trier. So this would be the third civilization that the Matea found. Alright, this one doesn't have anything in it. I don't even know why I'm coming over here, because I don't think I can translate it. I just thought I'd look in case there was a sightseeing log. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. The music here is also so fitting. It's just sublime. You know, going back to what we were talking about earlier, games as an art form. This is just like a convergence of so many mediums brought together in this one amazing moment. The music, the visuals, the story. It's fantastic. Crystalline Domicile. You cast your thoughts toward the crystalline domicile, but there is no response. Oh, Aetheryte. I'll quickly grab that before I forget. BRB, taking a nap in my crystal, don't bother me for a few millennia. They've been cryogenically frozen. Games are only for children. Don't you try and say otherwise. Ah, Dress. They really are, aren't they? Could you imagine playing games as an adult? Wouldn't that be something? Prop, yes. I don't know if I got screenshots of it. I don't know if I got screenshots of it. Chat, don't blame me. Let me go see if I got a picture of it. I think I took a picture of the dialogue when they're giving their report back in Elpis. Okay, Elpis screenshots. Let's see if I can find it. Sorry, chat. I'm scanning. Is it this one? No. Decapente. Enya? Octo? Oh, here's the description of Octo. Because isn't this the dragons? Octo? Chat, I've found the screenshot. Hold on. Let me I'll put it on screen. One sec. That isn't rhetorical, by the way. Dragons are definitely Octo, right? Before I get carried away. I know Decapente's 15. Don't worry about that. They're Deca Octo, so they're 18. Shit, I couldn't remember if it was Octo or Deca Octo. Okay, hold on. Stars. Octo, Tessera. Dio. Sorry, chat. I'm in my screenshot folder for those who don't know what I'm doing. Henna. I found Henna. I didn't take a screenshot of the others. Or maybe there weren't others. I've got Decapente, Enya, Octo, Tessera, Dio, Henna. Never mind. Never mind. I did not get Trier. Never mind. Next zone is Art Deco. That's good. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray a moment, if you would. Okay. I will come back soon. Might have been in the second half of the report. Yeah, well. I feel like they did go through all of them, but maybe I missed it. Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment. I must remember. What form did I take when last I emerged? Interesting. What form did I take when last I emerged? Before I chat with that one, in case it puts me forward, I'm going to quickly chat with the Scions. If I heard correctly, the air within this crystal says it will emerge from within shortly. Do you suppose they all appear as Kofku does? I don't think so, because the one I just spoke with remarked on what form they had previously taken, so maybe they're able to shapeshift in some way. Despite my best efforts, mine overtures have elicited no response from this crystal. I can but assume its resident sleepeth most soundly, or so I hope. Lumi, that's what I'm fully expecting. Or, well, I was expecting that, but they don't necessarily seem like the body-snatching types after all. I thought they might, but we're good. Did I get the etherite in the end? I ran over here. Did I? I did. Okay. I thought I'd check just in case. Clive, that's me, buddy. It's me. It's not you. Ishtola's over here. I very nearly asked where Astinian was, chat. Too soon. Is it not strange they lack passion to research that which they desire above all else? If we are fortunate, the air residing in these crystals will shed light on this contradiction. Yeah, I know. Let him rest in peace. He's right there. I suppose he is. He's all around, isn't he, at the minute? Okay. He's the ether current. The two daddy characters are chilling together. Hello, Alasei. I've tried reaching out to whatever is inside this crystal, but all I can hear is sporadic moaning. Now that's me when I sleep, chat. I don't snore, I sort of like grumble, and I get like an elbow to the rib at like 4 in the morning because I've woken Mrs. D20 up. Apparently I speak in tongues when I'm asleep, chat. Which is why I will never do a sleeping stream, because I feel like you guys would hire somebody to come and like rid the demon from my body. I suppose there is a logic to creatures comprised of spiritual energy utilizing crystals as living spaces, but it is nevertheless surprising to see. Yeah, I suppose so, actually. I hadn't considered that. And then finally, Kofkud. I think I've spoken with everybody. I might have missed somebody, but I think I'm there. Okay, I've already read that. Okay, let's go speak with the last crystal. Lumi, I do the same. And I tell you what it is. It's if they're dry. Like, if I don't have enough to drink before I go to bed, apparently I, like, make chewing sounds. So, before they go to bed, just, like, get a massive glass of water and get them to chug it. And that should fix it. It fixed it for me. Subconscious Endy is a follower of Cthulhu. This is true. This is true. The strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Okay. I noticed there's like other runic symbols on these other outcroppings. I'm not even going to bother trying to sit here and decode it. I don't think I can. There's definitely a pattern on the floor though that runs all throughout. I wonder if there's any way to sort of decode that in some way. Hold on. That's as close as I can get. Or just smother them. Yeah, that will also work. Fjordbrun, hello, how are you today? Welcome on in, buddy. Hopefully having a good day today. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? No. No, honestly, no. Prop, chuck it in chat, if you may. I'd appreciate that. I mustn't have taken screenshots of them all, and for which I'm incredibly embarrassed by. Oh well. I'll have to watch my VOD back, because I definitely remember seeing each number. And if you don't want to post it in Twitch chat, if you just DM it to me on Discord, whatever works. In case someone doesn't want to see something from Elpis. To prevent any snoring, my son woke me up last night several times between 2 and 4 a.m. Make a stay. Is this an ill omen of what my future has in store for me? I see. If they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are naught but concentrated ether now. Worry not. There are no others who have need of these lodgings. They will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. More importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. Alright. Before I accept the next one, I'll keep my eyes peeled for you, Prop. I don't know if you're going to be posting it. Oh, there is. Okay. So this is what is said in Elpis about Trier, aka where we are now. Evidence of large population centers akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Interesting. Interesting. Very cool. They don't look too large to me. Flesh abandoned. Kofkud languidly awaits your brethren's arrival. Okay. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few Aya have awakened. Oh. What forms have they taken? Ah. There they are. Okay. I wasn't sure if maybe they'd adopt slightly different forms. May I introduce you to Lalak, Dudik, and Nanid. Hello. I love your... Ah, no, chat. Oh, no. Their fingers are like salad fingers. Who remembers salad fingers? Oh, no. Rusty spoons. Rusty spoons. Oh, chat, I've ruined them for myself. I'm so sorry. You just took me back to Newsgrounds. I need to leave. I'm feeling old. Well, I'm leaving. Oh no! If you don't know what salad, just go give it a Google. Salad fingers, chat. I'm not gonna play it on stream. These are the evolved form of salad fingers. Salad fingers is like the stage 1 evolution. These are the stage 1 evolution to salad fingers. Yeah, exactly. This is the Charizard to their Charmander. Leonix. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I don't make a stay. I have no idea what you're referencing and I don't want to. I imagine if you don't know what I'm referencing and you just heard me say rusty spoons, you're probably thinking I've got a problem. Google it. Salad fingers. It's good. It's not. It's cursed. It has been too long, Kofkud. I dare say Sarda 4 has since completed an orbit. Sarda 4? Is that their planet? Their homeworld? Sarda 4? Indeed. Until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Or is Sarda 4 where we are now? Travelers? Ah, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain as to see as the neighbouring systems. My single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking? No, you're not alone. Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kofkud, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travellers? That which one is expected to do in receiving guests, a matter of proper form. Oh? No, no, stop it. Ah, yes. So long has it been, it had completely escaped my mind, and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Nanid. The archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dollar. Surely you recall that much? Ah, of course. Food! The custom is to serve food! Beings of flesh, such as they must regularly require or replenish their ether. By contributing to the replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right! That's right! We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest of ether. Okay. I'm in. I'm in. I love their, like, halos that they've got as well. That's pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm going to try and go north. On the off chance there is going to be a, what do you call it? Sightseeing log. I'll have a little look around the perimeter, then I'll run in. For people who weren't here yesterday, I do want to try and find the sightseeing logs of this place. Hey! Level cheater again. Did we not see them yesterday? The same B rank? Like the exact same one? Okay, I don't want to go too far out of this area. I want to sort of stay in the general region that I'm in. You can kill B ranks, by the way. They respawn in like 5 seconds. I don't trust myself. I feel like it's going to kick my ass. Somehow, some way, it's just going to kill me. He likes you. You're being watched. Okay, I don't think there's going to be any over here, chat. I did want to try and fill out my sightseeing log, but I can't find any up here. Okay. I thought there might be one for the town here. I'm worried that there might be some sightseeing logs which are gated behind... Oh, look! Can I chat to you? Abode of the Air. Yes! Sisith. Your presence has been most stimulating for us, as it has helped us regain memory of intellectual concepts we had long since lost. We would very much like it if you could remain in perpetuity, but alas, it would appear you suffer from the most inconvenient affliction of mortality. Interesting that our presence here is almost feeding their knowledge in some way. Egg with Feelings, hello, how are you today? Lovely to see you. Huh. EGG, egg. Oh dear. Ah, Georgiad? Engaging in scholastic debate with a being of similar intellect is a most delightful experience, no? At the moment I am discussing with an acquaintance of mine the ideal way in which one might end one's own existence. Might you care to enlighten me with your own thoughts on the matter? Are we in Amarat again, chat? What the hell is going on? Also, I'm not sure I necessarily agree with your conversation. And I will also reiterate what I mentioned yesterday. If anyone in chat is like having some negative thoughts, to try and not go too into it, please do know, one, that you're not alone, and two, that there are people out there you can chat with. Stuff like what? Oh, Elegia? Roruth. The internal workings of your mind are so different from ours. It is miraculous that we are able to communicate at all, and yet the vastness of our intellect and enlightenment is no doubt beyond your grasp. In a weird way of being able to go full circle and talk about Nolan again, Christopher Nolan. I watched Interstellar again, like a couple days back, and I love the idea. I can't really go too into the topic, actually. I can't go into the topic without spoiling it. So, if you watch the film, you're gonna have to mind meld with me and imagine what I'm talking about. I can't talk about it; it would spoil things for people, but some of the concepts being discussed here about the vastness of their intellect not being able to be grasped by us humans plays in a little bit to something in Interstellar. You know what I mean? Anyway, I can't go too into it other than that. Boff Book. Are my thoughts able to reach you? I'd composed the most disconsolate of dirges to express the state of the universe, but the melody already threatens to elude. Ah, there it goes. And my memory continues to fade. 14 Rusara, hello from Michigan. Well, come on in, lovely to see you. Ah, yes. I've hit upon a fine verse, haven't I? Hee. I feel like I just need to throw like a blanket over them. Oh, Arrival did such a good job. Ah, yeah, I need to rewatch Arrival. Does anyone in the UK know if that's on like any streaming website? I saw it in cinemas on the week of release, and I thought it was amazing. I never expected it to be as good as it was. For people who are in the UK, it was one of those secret cinemas things that Odeon does, where you buy a ticket really cheap to like an early preview. Is there no end? Like an early preview of a film, and it was Arrival. Typically, they're kind of like crap films that they do on this promotion. Yeah, it was amazing. So good. Highly recommend it, guys. Huh, I thought they might talk if I get near them. Interesting that they have permanently popped their heads out. Huh. Okay. Need. To think that I had forgotten what had become of the archives. How much has my essence deteriorated since I was awake? Not that I am averse to having my mind fade away in this manner. It isn't so unlike the natural degradation of one's flesh. How delightful. How delightful. Throughout the universe, but few races have completely shed their flesh as we have. As a result, we seldom receive visitors from other systems. Extreme differences can inhibit meaningful interaction, you see, and none more so than those who affect communication. Most entities, for example, cannot even comprehend our words. You are rare indeed in your ability to do so. You avail yourselves of Dynamis, yes? It is an impressive application, even if it is ultimately pointless like all the rest. I love that in their pursuit for meaning, and I suppose in order to provide themselves this immortal life, that they have shed their bodies, hence why when the Matea came to their world, it was nothing but lingering essence. I'd love to learn more about that. I'm sure we will, in due time. How much ether would be adequate for your kind, I wonder? As I recall, there is a fine line between optimal satiation and violent sickness. You're not wrong. I have experienced such things in my time. Hello, Y'shtola. If it is as I suspect, then this so-called feast... Actually, let's see it for ourselves. Fear not. We are not alike to come to harm. Okay. If they are thus able to replenish their ether, the loss of vital sustenance isn't like to be the cause of their demise. I cannot help but feel a rush of excitement when I see you pliable, yet sturdy form. I almost have to resist the urge to open you up and see how it all works. Now, be at ease. I will not devolve to such savagery. I may have cast off my body, but I still possess some semblance of a rational mind. For the moment, at least. I literally did this as a child, chat. Does anybody remember Stretch Armstrong? The toy. And you could stretch him and, like, make his arms go really long and, like, pull his legs out and all that stuff. As a kid, me and my dad were talking, and I said, I wonder what's inside. And he said, yeah, I don't know. And I thought, well, to answer that question, I'm going to go get a pair of scissors. And I cut his arm off. And as I cut the arm off, my dad reached me, and, yeah, he wasn't too happy. Because I think it was quite expensive. It wasn't wet sand. It's goo. Like a gooey slime. And it went all over our sofa. Anyway. Just kid things, right? And I don't think it was a pair of scissors. I think I stabbed him with a pencil. And then pulled, and it ripped him open. Anyway. Before someone called child services. Many, many years ago, did you allow your child to run around with scissors? No, I didn't. Dear. It was horrible, gooey stuff, and there was a stain on the sofa for years. Anyway, ether, they said, but I can't help but feel a bit nervous. Judging by the construction of this facility, it would seem the air directly draw upon the ether. Maslar, don't. I will never forget when Bickering said that his child took a screwdriver to his brand new television. And it was in that moment my aspirations to one day have a family were diminished ever so slightly. I thought, I don't know if I could deal with that. don't know if that's for me. Googies. I'm sorry, but did you just speak to me? You see, I haven't spoken to anyone in such a very, very long time. Anyhow, what is it that you need? Not that I imagine there is much I can do for you. What is it that you do here? By the way, this is one of my favorite things in the game. The fact that in every single city, or town, whatever, there is an NPC who offers additional context to not only who they are, but the town zone that you're in. Fantastic, so good. What do you do here? I am, or rather, I was... Wait. What was I? Yes, I was a researcher of sorts, studying the secrets of the universe, but that was so very, very, very long ago. Now I am little more than the detached wisp you see before you, despairing in my knowledge of the inevitable end. I simply gaze into the void, ever in vain. And what kind of a place is this? This place has no name as such. If you must call it something, then call it the abode of the Aya, for it is where we live, if indeed one can call this tenuous grasp on existence life. A scattered, deluded few of my kind strive to regain some semblance of our former glory, but the enlightened among us know that it is all for naught. The end is inevitable. It is but a matter of time. So beings that were able to achieve this faux immortality by relinquishing their corporeal flesh and manifesting as essence, which could regenerate within crystals in order to go on in perpetuity, they have found no meaning, and in their immortality, this immortal form, they've found a fruitless life, devoid of joy, so much so that they're just waiting the end. This facility is where we replenish our ether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, somebody yesterday mentioned this, didn't they? It was like, wow, this is great, but couldn't it use a restaurant? Not so subtle, random chatter from yesterday. I don't forget anything. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. Please absorb as much as you'd like. Okay. Slurp, slurp. Okay. Erastos! Thanks, buddy. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for joining in. I love how you brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet ether. But nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little while longer. I love how it is, you know, we're formed in a sort of hexagonal pattern, much like the Luminions we saw a minute ago. Okay, I will wait at the designated location a second time. It's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. I read half of the book like 20 years ago. And I did watch the film, probably again like 15 years ago. Oh no. I get the odd reference. I hadn't clocked that one. I hadn't clocked it. Thank you for letting me know. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I'd suspected, as meticulously as one might recreate the Aya's homeworld. This is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarot. Wow. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. I like how she's not necessarily revealing the truth unto them, and she's trying to maintain that illusion that it does work. That's sweet. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. I do wonder then if that crystalline humanoid form we saw earlier is a recreation of sorts of what they once looked like. I am fascinated to know what their homeworld looked like, their civilization, what they look like themselves. It's gotta be that crystal thing, right? Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we would not fail but wonder. Wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh and thence to vanish? Will you not favour us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well. We shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the Aya yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. I genuinely thought it was going to cut to like this black and white glitchy image of like them. Anyway, but we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Us changed. We had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. Wow. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believed that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. Okay. And did you find the answers you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. Please do. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? It's tough in a way, isn't it? Something that I've definitely come to terms with as I've grown up and I've become more aware of things is the saying, ignorance is bliss, it's true. There's so much that I wish I didn't know about the world, right? That I unfortunately do. And you don't want to know about it. The truths of life, the truths of the world we live in. I suppose this is like the greatest bit of knowledge of all. How we came to be. The Spoiler Council has convened. We've decided. The thing is, it's tough because for someone especially like Urianger and Y'shtola, who crave knowledge, to be in a position where you can be given the key to the answer of one of the biggest questions of all, but in knowing that, it might fundamentally change your life and the way you perceive the world or whatever. Do you say yes or no? I think in the game I want to say yes. If it were real life, like if some, I don't know, divine entity that can exist in the 5th dimension were like, do you want me to tell you how we came to be? I'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I just want to keep eating pizza and watching Better Call Saul on Netflix. Thank you. Thank you. If you're resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called the Elegaia. Elegaia? Elegaia? I wish I didn't know what was inside Stretch Armstrong either. Draz, well done. A new channel meme has been birthed by yourself. Well done. Congratulations. I think hold on, scroll. I think statistics bear out that highly intelligent and educated people are most likely to suffer from depression as well. I think it's like, I think what I was getting at was slightly distorted. Like, it's not necessarily ignorance is bliss, but it's the more you know, the less you know. That's like the real pain point of it, I think. Like, knowing more just it gives you more questions to ask that eventually you can't answer. And that's not fun, you know? I was one of those kids at school that always loved asking questions, and I think I definitely reached a point where I was like, okay, enough now. I don't want any more answers. I just wish I could unlearn, and forget everything, you know? It is true that a lack of knowledge can beget fear. Therefore, in theory, by acquiring all knowledge, it may be possible to attain peace. But as Heidelin told us, all those peoples who attempted to free their worlds from life's woes met with failure. And the Aya are among them, as their presence here attests. The tale we are about to hear will not be a happy one. You may be intimately familiar with a problem, know it like the back of your hand, yet be powerless to solve it. In the course of my struggles, I've often been made keenly aware of this fact. I wonder, have the Aya never felt the same frustration? Assassin's Creed at one point had a character say, "He who increaseth knowledge, increaseth sorrow." The toughest realization for me was finding out I'm smarter, better, and more handsome than anyone else. Equestria guy, you know what? I don't even need to see what you look like to know that that is undeniably the truth. Undeniably so. Wait a minute, that sounds like me. Shyster, no, exactly. Like the, information travels like that. And that is a lot to take in. I've recently taken to uninstalling, I had news apps on my phone that would send me alert anytime any news story broke that was of any consequence. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Like I just, not that I don't want to know about the struggles people go on with in life. Like I fully, I want to help people out. But like big things that I can't tackle right now, you can't be taking it in all the time because it just breaks you. To define the laws of creation would have been no small feat, even for the Aya. Nay, having eternal life and hence no sense of haste would only have made it harder. Such tremendous drive and knowledge they once must have had, and I struggled to reconcile it with the listless beings before us. Whatever answers they found, it did not bring them happiness. Like her master, Y'shtola seeketh the truth of creation. How will the truth of the Aya, who uncovered all only to desire the end, fall upon her ears? Lumi, right? I think if you can curate a good social media feed, you're good. You know, a difference between keeping up with the news and having it constantly shoved in your face. Exactly. Like I do consume the news. I don't want people to think I'm like in a bubble, because that's even worse, I think, than constantly consuming it. Is obliviousness to it is not the answer. But like choosing, like, hey, once a day I'll watch the news, or once every couple of days I'll tune into the news or something. You know, and making a concerted effort to go and seek it out rather than have it thrown in your face, if that makes sense. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. Flesh abandoned. Before we hear the climax of the Aya's tale, mayhap I should speak of... On second thought, it would only be a distraction. We will talk more when the time is right. Breaking! Caesar allegedly stabbed 23 times! Oh my god! What? I cannot believe it! Where knowledge leads. Oh, I love the use of the infinity symbol. That's nice. Something seems to be weighing on Urianje's mind. Ere we join the Aya, there is one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Endi, Grahatia, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode, if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you're plotting, Urianje, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go on ahead to the Eglea, or Elegea, sorry. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. Okay. Chat, I've got like a really itchy nose. Let me go quickly deal with that. One sec. No rioting. I'm only going to be 1 minute. What the hell is happening? I'm pretty sure I just saw a mod type no mods. Lemon, what do you mean no mods, no rules? What do you mean, did he lock Mrs. D20 out again? She's not at work. I had an itchy nose. Can you believe Marie Antoinette's Instagram? The thing is that I quite like the idea. Like, I think that could be like an interesting, I don't know, art series? Like, what would the world have looked like hundreds of years ago if they had social media? Like, as you said, Caesar being stabbed 23 times and people gathered around like a phone like, oh my goodness, he's been betrayed. That's a perfect webcomic idea. Yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it? That would be good. Gift from Trojans actually has people inside. Or like them inside the horse, like sharing their news on Twitter. You know, like, we just made it inside. We're in. They took the gift. They took the bait, you know? There's some, you know, there's a skilled artist in chat. There you go. Take it. Take it. Sounds like a Far Side comic. I hope that would be the perfect ending to that, though, I think, Make Some Time. Is that they have their location enabled. And that's how they find them. Ah, Rando. Fantastic episode. I don't think I'm high enough level to mine here. What is my gathering? I've not touched Disciples of the Land since I started Endwalker. I need to get on that. Yeah, sorry, chat. I've got my windows open, and I don't know if that, like, I'm getting, like, sore nose, little cough. It would probably be filled with the Earth is round conspiracy theorists. I like that. I think that's fantastic. That would be really funny. The Twitlonger War of Sun Tzu. Keep your eyes peeled, chat. We're looking for, oh, the Wellspring of Regret. Can I dive here? Nope. I thought I'd try. Pompeian Tourist Board recommends hiking. Okay, someone needs to make this happen. Yeah, sorry, chat. I'm trying to, again, I'm skirting the edges to see if I can find any sightseeing logs. Oh, I almost missed an ether current. I'm glad I came back. Oh, you said dive, not die. Yeah, we all tried. Okay, good. I want to bottle and sell that water. Lumi, I think you need to make this happen. You need to look into it. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely going to be going into, like, my relaxing music playlist. It's perfect. As I've mentioned it before, but I've enjoyed playing a game called Elite Dangerous. I've got, like, a Oculus headset, flight stick, and one of my favorite things is to fly to systems, because you can literally fly through the cosmos with, like, interesting stars and planets and stuff. I would love something like this in a exploration-based space game. It looks so, so good. Okay, I didn't see any sightseeing logs, chat. I might run south when I'm done here, because I think I might have missed something. Oh well. A spring, and a sizable one at that. I hadn't noticed it amidst the dunes. Lumi, yes. I cannot wait. Can you believe it's a month away? What is with this year, chat? Why are there so many games coming out? And why are they so good? Zombizzle, it is amazing. If you haven't already, I highly recommend investing in, like, a really cheap flight stick. Flight stick, Elite Dangerous, VR headset is, like, one of the most amazing virtual reality gaming experiences. I will say, when you first play, you'll put the headset down after 30 minutes. Like, it's intense. But, God, it's good. So, so good. I have not played the Outer Wilds, no. But a lot of people have recommended it. Oh, no, Outer Wilds, yes. Why did they release at the same time? To make it so confusing. Anyway, this place shall serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends. There is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we have established, here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Meteion has taken their hearts unto herself. Meteion made contact with them while they still lived. I couldn't begin to guess. Well, we saw Meteion literally, or like one of the Matea within the dragon. So I'd supposed it was Meteion or the Matea at large creating them. Anyway, Meteion has taken their hearts unto herself. Oh, we'll definitely play the Outer Wilds. I'm very, very interested in playing it. I might try, you know how we do like 2 games a week typically? Whatever game wins the poll, ! Next game in chat, make sure to vote. Whatever game wins the poll, we might do that 4 days a week, and then on like Wednesdays maybe, Outer Wilds or something. Like a lot of you have submitted it in that little text box at the bottom of the sheet. There you go, thank you Gorshan. A lot of you have said Outer Wilds in there, so yeah. I'll play it. I'm very interested in playing it. I've not Googled anything either, so don't worry. I'm inclined to agree. If Meteion can take the emotions of others as her own, I dare say she'll be able to recreate them more faithfully than had she relied on any historical account. By which logic, she must have visited them while they still lived, the dragons and the Aya both. So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption, consider how those 2 races may have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Meteion perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own, a heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an Enterleki. In the course of her starfaring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence, so too would she feel that. Yeah, she would be powerless before that desire. Exactly. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. It is my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteion did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons and the Aya unto their doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this: in the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? Never again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades. In bringing thee into my confidence, I would remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favour, and abide in faith as I fulfil mine own destiny. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? It is indelicate of me, I know full well, but I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado then, let us go to join our comrades. I think my biggest takeaway from that isn't even what he just told us. Because going into this zone, I had a feeling that something like this is going to happen. We've lost Thancred, we've lost Listinian. But I think what the most touching part of that, for me, was every single expansion. He has been working in secret, doing his own thing, plotting by himself, keeping secrets away from us. And now, at the end of the journey, he shares unto us his plans. Wow. Let us be off to Elegia. Elegia? I can't wait for someone to say it out loud. Elegia. Elegia. Alright, I need to look at the map, but I can't look anywhere else. I need to... I will run down and round, chat. Because I'm looking for a sightseeing log. We haven't found one yet. I'll, like, enjoy my ride round. Elegia? Elegia. Gotcha. Elegia. Elegia. If I miss one, chat, you are allowed to go, Andy, you missed it. Only if I miss it, though. Don't tell me where it is. Just if I run past it and maybe I'm reading chat, you can, nudge me back. We've looked up there already. That's where we got the ether current, so I'll move on for now. Yeah, going into this stream, after the events of yesterday, I think I even said it at the end of yesterday's stream, that I feared that what was to come would involve each scion having to do something in order for us to progress forwards. Now the question is... Oh! Is that an ether current or a sightseeing log? It's a sightseeing log, chat! We found one! Hey! Ostrakon Tria. This sector is a recreation of the third civilization encountered by Meteon and her sisters. Known collectively as the Aya, the entities which reside here have cast off their corporeal shells and endure eternally in purely spiritual form. An awareness of the universe's inevitable end, however, has blighted their immortal gift with existential misery. That's sad. That's sad. Trier. Yeah, no, not Octo. Not Octo. Let's go this way. Shockates, right? I'm glad I won't be around for it. Right? I think I'm not going to get too into it because it's a conversation I don't necessarily like to have, but, chatting about mortality and purpose in life and all of that stuff, the way the game has handled it, as someone who definitely asks myself a lot of these questions and struggles to accept the truth of a lot of these things, they've handled it in such a nice way that it's almost given me some peace to some of the questions that I've burdened myself with over my lifetime. It's important to be able to separate a lot of that from what you find joy in. It's hard. It's hard to deal with. Lumi, as am I. We've had the conversation before, I think, Lumi. In chat. I think me and you have spoken about it before, come to think of it. This game really helped me deal with them questions and come to terms. Absolutely, for real. I felt the same way. This zone was cathartic for me in the end. It's nice to know that there are such common questions and they're included in a game narrative. Sometimes these questions make you feel so alone. Yeah, because it's these sorts of questions that say you're going to go hang out with your friends, you know? Hey, how's your day at work? Yeah, my day was good. Have you ever thought about the end? Have you thought about mortality? Have you thought about the heat death of the universe? Who invited them? What are you doing here? You're a bit of a, killjoy. You know, it's not something you bring up, is it? You can't talk about it because who wants to talk about it? So, you know, Ruby, I saw it in the trailer when she says it, and I thought that was funny. That was funny. Who starts a conversation like that? That's what I mean. No one starts a conversation like that. You can't start a conversation like that. Don't mind me. Come, let us hear the Aya's tale and learn what caused such enlightened beings to crave nihility. While we waited, we mentioned our star situation to the Aya. They nodded sagely, or something to that effect. Oh, that's an player, not an NPC. I understand you've taken care of business. If you're ready to begin, then so are we. We've prepared for our recounting. To facilitate comprehension, the information will be simplified to match your primitive minds. Okay. Your companion in front, the one called Y'shtola, seems the keenest to learn the truth. I pity her. It would seem your star too has been plunged into a panic-induced cataclysm. We hope that our tale will not serve to exacerbate it. Oh, you are here already? Your comrade said you would be late. Because I'm stalling? What do you mean? What's that about? Alright, I'll catch up on chat, then I'll go in. Imagine the first scientists experiencing these results. Have you ever thought about watching Andy on Twitch? Chimera, that'd be just about, yeah, just about. I mean, you can, but I don't think your friends would take lightly to it, you know? This might be dark for some people, but I don't fear dying. The fear of it hurting is higher than the fear of dying for me. Cypher, hey. I think a lot of people take it in different ways. I think that's fine. I don't think it's necessarily dark. Last year was awful for me, and remembering the topics of this expansion was one of the few things that got me through it. Egg, that's amazing. Have you ever thought about what happens on the side of the grilled trees you can't see? Luke, that's why I gotta keep flipping it. Gotta keep flipping it. There's a great 30-minute... Oh, I've seen that, Socrates. I've seen that. And, yeah. I definitely shouldn't have watched it at 1 AM, I'll say that much. When our bodies are dust, our souls return to the stars. I like that. I like that. Gens, it's important to remember, one, mourn, you know, do that, but at the same time, got loved ones and family and friends around you. And thirdly, I think in our darkest moments, especially ones where we are mourning and when we are hurt and when we are feeling these feelings, that the inverse becomes so much more... I don't know how to word it. Thrilling in a way. In these dark moments, it's the love that we receive from our friends and family, and it feels so much more full than it otherwise normally would. You become heightened to that sense of knowing that there are people out there who care for you, and in those moments, fall back on that and soak in the love that you're so willingly being given by those around you. Because at times, I think we take it for granted, you know? Like, the friendships I have with my friends, the love I have for my family, Mrs. D20. Take it for granted at times, and you don't fully appreciate it. But it's in those dark moments that you very clearly see it and feel it. Absorb that, if you can. It seems everyone is accounted for. Shall we then? We shall.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not.
I love their voice. I don't think I could have done that with my own voice chat. It would not have gone well. That's great though. Good layering. It's nice.
We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world.
It reminds me, I played a clip the other day to Mrs. D20, and it was, I think from Amarot, when the Ancients are speaking, and she said that it like creeped her out a little bit to hear them speak, and it did get me thinking about how they did such a great job at having the ancient language, the ancient tongue, sound so unintelligible, but almost... Not unintelligible in that like they're drunk and they're slurring their words, but unintelligible in that we are almost like children in comparison to like their not a vast pool of knowledge, you know? The weebly woobly, the ween woon, yeah. So good.
We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3.
Deneb 3? Okay, what became of Deneb 3?
As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
Okay. Thank
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
The truth of the universe, chap. Also, great team picture. Just a shame that Estinian and Thancred aren't here. I'll Photoshop them in.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand.
I'm only one sentence in, but already I cannot wait for the Encyclopedia Eorzea 3. For like whole chapters on the birth of the universe. Go on, continue.
Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated.
Gotcha.
Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age.
Very nice. Great. Hopefully I'm not here for that.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort.
I like that they can kind of joke about it. Cold comfort.
Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls, though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture.
Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish.
If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
You literally said that a minute ago.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension.
I'm so glad this is her reaction. I feared it would be the complete opposite, where she would succumb to this nihilism. This is amazing. I really thought it was going to affect her. She's popping off.
And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Well said.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't! The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, it is when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught. But I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge. And no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
Yes. Ah, this is great.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all.
But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
There's the bird.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it.
Okay.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back.
Oh!
But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Riange.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
Oh, chat.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
Wow.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth.
Right?
Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn.
Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow, and eventually they are reborn.
Alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Wow. What a fantastic story, huh? And I saw someone say in chat at one point, Meteon's VA is stellar. I couldn't agree more. Like, they completely nail this young Enteleki back in Elpis, wanting to learn more of the world, wanting to appease and, you know, make those around her happy. And then they completely nail the complete inverse of that in who the Matea and Meteon is now. Stella? See that, Andre? It's good, wasn't it? Like that. Checkpoint reach, understandably, as this has been a shorter section, it's possibly not time to end stream yet. Lemon. I'll ask this to Lemon and... Yeah, hold on. I'll ask you in mod chat, Lemon. Hold on. One sec. For people who don't know, I mentioned that I'll probably not be here tomorrow because I need to get some work done for the finale. And I think what I'm going to do is do a longer stream on Friday and just get it all done then. I think that's the plan. It's Friday, it's going to be a big chunky stream. But I'm asking Lemon a question, so Lemon will get back to me. There's no possible way to do this all Friday, even with a longer one? That's what I mean. I'm happy to go longer on Friday. I'll ask Lemon another thing. Yeah, I'm asking Lemon private leads so I don't, you know, talk about it in chat. While we're here waiting, thank you to Hillary Rampy for the very generous Prime sub.
Grab your shield.
Thank you, Hillary.
And sword.
I appreciate that. Welcome on in.
High, and welcome to the knighthood.
And also, when this alert is finished playing, OP Espresso. Thank you for 2 months.
Thank you for your continued.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Found you from YouTube, but my work schedule usually gets in the way of live streams. Been enjoying the VODs, though.
Espresso, I'm glad you've been enjoying the VODs. I'm gutted to hear that you can't tune in, but it's all good. I'm hoping to upload more YouTube content very soon. It's coming soon. Promise you. It's on its way.
Thank you,
Twilster! Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for your 2nd month. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. We're going to do one more MSQ, and then Friday should be good to go, chat. I had a chat with Lemon. We'll do one more. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. The Deceiver. Lemon the Deceiver. Okay. Alphino. Never have I felt such emptiness. It's as if part of me is gone. I'm fine, Endy. Like I said, our quest doesn't end here.
Grab your shield and sword.
Jinx!
Raise them high.
Thank you for the Prime sub. I greatly appreciate it.
To the knighthood.
Rusara, no, it's all good. We'll do a longer one on Friday. Don't worry, guys.
Huzzah!
It'll be fine. It'll be great. Thank you, Pink Esglazenhorn. I've probably butchered that. Thank you for the follow. Neffen1 and Ian, thank you also for the follows, guys. When life gives you lemons, you squeeze it for one extra MSQ. Define longer one? Like, we'll keep going until we beat it. That's what I mean. It could even be 24 hours long. You know. Longer will be 12 hours. We're doing one more MSQ, so yeah, settle in. Come on, come on, me. Come on, me. Okay. Graha. Victory. Oh god, I can't. I've been able to sort of figure them out up until this point. Victory. 4-letter word, comma. Lost. Don't tell me, chat. I'll figure it out. Let me do the quest a little bit and I'll maybe figure it out. Viraj, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Are you all ready to continue on? Did you notice it's level 90, by the way, chat? Then let us make for where the light shone. Y'shtola and Urianger have opened the way for us. The music is also getting more intense, chat. That's such a nice added touch, isn't it? I'm gonna quickly do a patrol for any sightseeing logs. Don't worry, chat. What do you mean? Oh, he realized. I've been streaming this game for a year. You don't think I can pick up on music changing incrementally as you explore a zone? Have faith in me, chat. My goodness. There we go, found one. Me who only, Kumaru, you're not the only one who's thought that. You're not the only one who's thought that. Okay. Yeah, no need to lead me, chat. I've got it all under control. All under control, don't you worry. I don't know what you mean, Crit. Whenever Lemon's there, I see her. Without fault. Again, for people wondering, because I imagine some people are like, go to the quest objective, I'm looking for sightseeing logs. So I'm skirting the edges. And also, oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Also that. Also that. You discover a new location. I think I'm zoomed in on the map. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if it had the name on the map for me. You'd have to be deaf to not notice it. Oh, here we go. What is that over there? Unless... Oh, hold on. There might be something up here. Then I'll go back. No. I thought I could climb up that. I didn't realize... Okay, never mind. I thought there might be something at the top. That we're good. Ah, dear. Okay. Ooh! What the heck is this? Arc Eater. Or Arc ETA? Very cool. I'm sorry, I know it's an A rank. I was more just looking at the model. It's a unique model, isn't it? I don't think I've seen that before. Cool. I would not mind that as a mount. Yoshi P. Thank you. Don't touch it. A ranks can kill you? Wait, they're not soloable? I didn't know that. Poke it and say hello. Poke him and he ow for you. Okay. And it's fine. You can come clean. We all know you're taking tomorrow off to pre-watch. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not. I wish I were. I wish I were. Trust me. Some manner of a device. If our friends awakened it, then it should be safe to use. Judging by the direction, this should be the place. It seems to me, chat, Like, this final area is going to be home to Omega's people. Yes, I can feel it. The ether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is a portal and no mistake. Let us see where it leads. What manner of place awaits us, I wonder? Alright, Portal of Wisdom, here we go. Oh, look! Level Tricker! Beta! I see a, ether current over there. Oh, chat. Oh, yes. Wow. Here we go. Oh! Overflow level checker. Intruder alert. Why would you think that? So, this is actually my 10th playthrough of the game. And it was because I've pre-played. And not because the visual design elements of this location are almost identical to that of the Omega Raid series back in Stormblood. I've forgotten that Raid series existed and all of the detail therein. So yeah. Yeah. 10th, yeah, this is my 10th character. Pre-played and couldn't even beat Vanar. You shush, okay? I'll come for you. I dare you. Hey guys. Amazing. Yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrived? Not the most welcoming of places, is it? We must try to find denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should also get the lay of the land. See how far we can go. I'll help Alphina with that. In the meantime, you and Graha can search for friendlier folk. Okay. Apart from those hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are like, you'd best take care yourselves. We'll find you once we've finished exploring. Okay. Cool. I know some people were saying that maybe a shader is what was allowing me to see later into the zone, because we saw this zone and its architecture when we first arrived here. And it was undeniably the same as what we'd seen in the Omega Raid series. It's all visible? Okay, I thought so. I thought I'd nip that in the bud before someone accuses me of using some sort of, like, texture hack or something. I expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of the Isle, so I propose we search the central area. Okay. There are machines patrolling here and there. Sentinels, in all likelihood. Like those you encountered, they will most certainly attack any who venture too close. So let us avoid them, and look for others that appear more approachable. Yeah, so... Equestria, 7.0 involves us journeying across the ocean to Meracedia. That's it. That's 7.0. And there's also a brief jaunt, 2 zones of the void. 4 zones Meracedia, 2 of the void. You see naught but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined to non-violent intercourse. No, what? What? Oh, what? Did I read that? Anyway, what? Did that say intercourse? Did I read that wrong? I was half reading it, and it took me out for a second. What are we doing? This doesn't... Okay. Overflow Omicron. Hello. 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 I think it did say that, right? Okay, good. I'm glad it wasn't like me inserting something into the game there. Okay. Letting that FF16 M rating bleed through. Yes, I know intercourse means more than just the sexy stuff. Just a little joke to lighten the mood, given the fact that 4 of our friends have disappeared into the ether, and their souls may be forever lost. Just trying to lighten the mood, chat. Just a little bit. These must be the first level 90 mobs. Yeah, must be. I'm trying to, like, again, skirt the edges looking for sightseeing logs just in case I miss one. None around here, chat. I think we're good. Again. Got to deliver a full playthrough, chat. 4 friends. Yep, we've lost Thancred, we've lost Estinian, we've lost the lovely Y'shtola, and Urian J. Most recently, Urian J and Y'shtola. You might have gone for a drink, Leonix. It's all good. Okay. Let me grab this before I go over there. Can I pick it up before the beta hits me? No! I tried, chat. I tried. What would you like to see added to your job? Oh, specifically Dragoons? I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see Stardiver maybe expanded upon. Like maybe Stardiver is like a 3-hit combo that once you've activated it, Stardiver is like you hit it 3 times and it'll do 3 different things. Maybe you dive down, spin your spear around, and then maybe do like a big damaging attack. I want it to feel more punchy. Like when I enshroud as a Reaper, I feel so powerful getting to like hit my big buttons. When I play a Dragoon, I get like, I don't really feel like I've got a lot. Like it just feels kind of weak a little bit, you know? I don't know. That's how I feel anyway. I'd like to have some more big buttons to press during that window, is I think what I'm trying to get at. Moondiver, there we go. Yeah. Oh, I like the choice to have a different text box. Greetings. Any requests you have of this unit should be made in a clear and concise manner. Oh, what do you do here? This unit has been designated M051. This unit is responsible for the supervision and operation of the on-base energy plant. Please direct any complaints or suggestions regarding the plant to this unit. This unit will respond to them as efficiently as possible. And what kind of a place is this? This is Base Omicron, an outpost constructed to allow us to engage in combat with unfamiliar opponents. In accordance with Stigma 1's most recent orders, we are currently shoring up the base and our forces. We are awaiting further orders. Your cooperation is requested. Okay, fantastic. I did see there's another one over here, N4486. It is a shame that this unit currently detects no hostility from you. Combat with a flesh-based lifeform such as yourself would prove useful to many here. While we do have data, many units lack adequate experience. It would be a great help if you decided to engage your combat loop. Very cool. Very, very cool. M032. Just additional entity detected. Okay, good. Look, Andy, the machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star. Just unknown lifeforms detected. Assigning generic label interplanetary travelers. Greetings and welcome to the planet. Bloop, bloop. The planet? What? Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called Omicrons, and you stand within one of our outposts. The Omicrons, you say? And what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. As we presently do not have a designated target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody or terminated. Not a little frightening, these Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I will see what else I can learn from this fellow. If you could try speaking with the others. Interesting. Go on, and try speaking with the other units here. With our combined findings, perhaps we can piece together the state of affairs for the Omicrons. I thought you were explaining to me that Omicron's a Greek letter. Yeah, I'm not thinking they've drawn inspiration from the COVID variant. What? I was gonna say, what? Who would think that way? Oh, Aetheryte, I didn't even see that. Are there cards in Baldur's Gate 3, the Collector's Edition, Lord Carth? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'll have to take a look. They probably are pretty cool, though. I'll have to take a look online. Okay, N0055. Bloop bloop. Autonomous weapon deployment complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munition levels satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment nominal. Awaiting instructions from Sir. Sir. Is Sir mentioned during the Omega Raid series as being a leader or something? I feel like I remember Omega referring to an entity who was like their boss, and that is not rhetorical. Who is it that Omega mentions during the Raid series? Is it Sir? I feel like a neuron has activated. Yes, mentioned it is Sir. Hey! I'll take that. That was like right at the back in here somewhere, chat. My god. Okay. Maintaining state of combat readiness. Ah, very cool. I wonder if we'll get them, meet them in some way. Just measuring combat capability. Result negligible. Subject falls outside targeting parameters. Greetings, traveler. We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the homeworld of the beings whose strength was said to be without parallel, the dragons. Yet, though the endeavor yielded a wealth of combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. A subsequent costing determined that the losses incurred exceeded the gains. Ah, chat, that's a shame to hear that, actually. So, no. So, according to my old theory, that the reason Omega developed a bird-like face on their back and maybe donned a form akin to like a winged bird person, I thought that was maybe because of their interaction with Meteion. But if they have already fought the dragons and won the war, and then Meteion visited them, it can't be. It might still be on my corkboard. There it is! Omegassi! Sorry, chat. Moving on. Cursed. The Omegassi again. Yeah. That name, not again. I had to squeeze it in one more time before the end. I love... Jesse, I love that you... I imagine you did go, oh, not again. Ah, that's a shame. I really thought I was onto something with that. Crap, never mind. Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. Look at... who is this with their cars? My goodness. For the avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma 1. Okay. Sir issues instructions to our forces as the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices that bear the designation Stigma. Okay, so... Right. So there are 6 Stigma, and Sir is the first. Right. Okay, cool. For the further avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is composed of multiple distinct but interconnected units, each of which performs a specific function. Okay. Huh. Maybe the face was added to Omega later by a certain Allagan engineer. I don't think that's the case. I think there's dialogue somewhere, either in the raid or at the terminal in Ralgir's Reach, that explains that it was a face Omega made for itself. So I think we can debunk that, unfortunately. But I'd love if that were the case. Because again, like, relating it somehow to Meteon would have been cool, and his obsession with creating avian beings. Anyway. I'm in streamer mode already, Crit. I'm in streamer mode. We're all good. Clive, I'm only now seeing that you gifted a sub to Omega. See, thank you. I'm more surprised that that account exists. Honestly, I'm disturbed considerably. Recharge required. Please leave this unit alone. Ah, okay. You learned a few things. So did I. We share our findings, however. I believe it is best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. Okay. Ah, there you are. We've finished surveying the area. This will come as no surprise, but there was no way forwards. There were portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. Then as before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? Oh, many. Fade to black, of course. I'm slightly frustrated that because this zone is so dark, you can't see that my little, like, bit of cloth is red. I know, it's all dark. You can't see it. Disturbed, says the streamer who cemented Omega C in a corkboard. Also, hello. Hi, Rainy Bear. How are you today? I know I'm not a cursed person usually, but I put that in there because I knew it would elicit a reaction from you guys. And now to people who are only now tuning in, they probably think me rather perverse. I'm not. Chat has slowly disintegrated my mind over the past year. It's their fault. So the Omicrons seek to advance themselves through conquest and non-violent intercourse, Alphano, we heard earlier. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue new commands, and so they wait. In such a place, who could it be that fits Urianje's description? A soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. Urianje said this? During our investigation, before we joined you in Elegaya. So that's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it to all of us? Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons and the Aya longed for death, the Omicrons long for conflict. As much as that may lead to destruction, it must be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M32, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with it. Okay. M32 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What say you? Link Rain, they've, again, as I said, buddy, chat has slowly worked to corrupt me. I'm not going to repeat it verbatim, but yeah, I didn't know what Vor was, so I went Googling for it. I didn't show it on stream, of course, but I Googled it. Because I didn't know what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be something pure. And in the end, I saw what looked like a pregnant Sonic the Hedgehog. And it was like a cross-section as well, so you could see it. I had Google Safe Search on, chat. How did that get through the net? There's a clip somewhere. I don't know if someone can link it in chat. There's a clip of the moment I see it. Yeah. I'm sure someone knows how to find it. Pointless exercise. What does that mean, I wonder? Considering the Omicron's single-minded character, the lack of new orders does seem unusual. I agree that we should seek out their leader. Don't Google it, chat. I'll be honest, it's not even that it was that bad. It was more that it just took me by surprise. You know, I was like, oh, I did not expect this. Oh, no, chat. Oh. Oh, my God. Hello, Vor. How are you today? Welcome on in. I feel as if I am in the presence of a legend. We were just talking about how I didn't know what Vor was many months ago, and now I know what it is. And then the lovely Aurora has decided to gift you a sub, and you're online. Hello, welcome. Holy shit, it's the Vor. It is. I was gonna... I don't know what to say. I feel I'm all flustered, chat. I want to quickly see if I could figure out the name of that last quest. Victory, 4 letters, comma, 1, 2, 3, 4, E lost. Victory, while lost? I don't know. My brain can't compute. There it is! Hiss, thank you for finding it. There you go, chat. Click on Hiss's clip that he's posted in chat and you can relive a moment from Heavensward. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a good one. There's so many things it could be. There's so many things it could be that I don't think I can... Because I was thinking friend lost, but it ends in an E. While? We'll get it. I don't think it can be hope. I don't think it can be hope. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 letters. Unless, I don't know. I'll figure it out, maybe. What is this new one? Sorry? No. Oh, chat. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. It's all wrong. Grahat here is ready to set forth. So the console we seek lies on the far side of this isle. Given the nature of the ground, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let us all watch our step as we make our way. Oh, go back. I can't click on the quest. No. Found? Nothing found? Don't know. Have you ever curious about the titles? The quests, the Japanese titles are normal and readable. Oh, okay. Okay. And yeah, chat, sorry, I'm trying to figure out myself. Sorry. It could be something like 404 not found. I'm confident in not found though. I don't know what the first bit is though. Okay. Let's go this way. It's not found, yeah. Huh. Can I jump up here? Yeah, okay. Thangs Betwixt, welcome. How are you? I might have asked before, but is your name a reference to Dark Souls 2? I don't know if I asked before. Oh. Yeah, don't worry, chat. I'll figure it out. It's all rhetorical because I'm trying to figure it out myself. And don't worry, I'm not going to Google it. That would be... Oh, there we go. Sightseeing log. That'd be hell on earth. The Cornetto, you are in good company. There are a few people here who agree with you. I am Dark Souls 2 enjoyer myself. It's not my favorite, but I defend it from the ceaseless, dare I say, annoying noise people make online about how it's bad when it's not. It's genuinely a very good game. Oh my goodness, wait, let me re-enable alerts for a sec. Nanoka Square, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
I thank you for your continued pledge to the knighthood.
Nanoka.
How's the Endwalker?
The Endwalker is going well, Nanoka. Thank you for being here. Thank you for 2 months of support. Can we get some love and chat from Nanoka Square, please? Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Oh, Stigma 1, the prime decision-making authority for an entire machine civilization. This mechanism has been faithfully reconstructed in Ostracon Decahexi, or Decahexi, originally hailed as Strategic Matrix Alpha 1. Catastrophic damage inflicted upon its systems resulted in its currently assigned designation. So this is Sir. Is there, I think it was Prop who told me earlier. Is there any dialogue from Elpis regarding Decahexi? Or Decahexi? Because I'd missed Trez. Or Tries, whatever it was. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay.
Hey.
Vanguards, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
I thank you for your continued pledge to the knighthood.
Monovoid! Thank you very much for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome on in.
I was kindly gifted a sub when I first started catching up on your VODs. I wanted to renew it, so here we are.
Monovoid.
/show/.
Thank you very much for continuing from the gift sub. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for enjoying the VODs. Thank you for being here now. Thank you for enjoying the journey alongside us all. I really do appreciate it. Can we get some love and chat for the lovely Monovoid?
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Fling Flangin. Thank you for the follow. I love your name. Fling Flangin. My goodness. I only remember that first few were in numerical order. Later she may jump forward. I don't have a screenshot of it, that's for sure. There you go. Dark Souls 3 is my favorite as well. But I'm not gonna, like, if someone disagrees with that, I'm not gonna try and convince them. Like some people do. That is one of the most irritating things I think the internet and internet culture does. Oh, another one over here, chat. I was expecting a sightseeing log. I will take an ether current. And this beta. Okay, I'll take you too. Ah, dear. Oh, never mind, he's gone away. We're good. Broodski, what the hell is that? I feel like I'm being assaulted by that emo. My god. The beta knew it was outmatched. It came back for more, though. It came back for more. I know he's run away again. Pathetic. Pathetic. I wish all the currents and all the zones were this close. I can literally see the next current from where I'm stood, you know? Broodski, gotcha, gotcha. I had to see a little dog, like, it looks almost 3D, like it's licking through OBS. Another one, chat. Where are the bloody sightseeing logs? I'll take it. Whee! There we go. Cool. Have to lick the minty air? Okay, I like it. I like it. That's unique. The S2 innovated a lot, but it wasn't cohesive. It also has my favorite boss, the Fume Knight. Oh, Fume Knight's fantastic. I do have a soft spot for Dark Souls 2. Yeah, Rafan, I'm the same. I'm the same. I swapped my gatherer jobs to get around all the aggro here while leveling. Sixin, I would do the same, but I got ruined in Shadowbringers. While I was on my way to Amarot, I didn't know I was heading to Amarot at the time, I was a gatherer. And I ran past a hidden, like, quest flag that, like, triggers the cutscene. So I ran round the corner and saw Amarot before the cutscene played, because I was a gatherer job, and I couldn't technically do the quest as a gatherer. Again, there's a clip somewhere. It was a moment that made chat shit themselves. They were like, Andy, no, what have you done? You ruined the moment. How could you? Greetings, sir. Can you hear me? Say something if you can. Awaken. Activate. Password. Well, I tried. I love that you shouted password at it, Alice. The glow would suggest it is still operational, but how are we to interact with it? Cool. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? Of course. Allow me to quickly chat with you again. Judging by the size of the Omicrons we've met, I'm reasonably confident the console is controlled via the orb. Okay, let's give it a go. Did I try turning it on and off again? Good afternoon, son. Good afternoon, father. I'm not a fan of Soulsborne games. I'm real happy that the fans are turning out for my beloved Armored Core now FromSoft are returning to it. Bear Tings. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to playing it. I tell you what though, Bear, and I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole because if not, I'm opening a can of worms. I've seen a lot of gatekeeping by Armored Core fans getting really protective of it. Like, you Soulsborne fans need to stay away. Which just seems very reductive. Like, surely this is a good thing. You know, I know some people are like die-hard fans and don't want it to be tarnished by, you know, people who are only there to get that Soulsborne kick. But that just, it boggles the mind that people operate in such a way. You know?
I thank you
Zeno!
for your continued pledge to the...
What? Why has it stopped playing audio? Zeno, where did you go? Why did... Are my alerts broken? Let me try that again. I'll replay it.
I thank you for your continued pledge to the knighthood.
There we go. We fixed it. Xeno Girl, welcome back for 52 months.
Just popping in to say hi before I disappear again to avoid spoilers.
Thank you, Xeno, for 52 months of support. I greatly appreciate it. I really do hope you're keeping well. I was meaning to message you, Xeno. Not that it's an excuse, but my life's been a bit busy. But Xeno, I do genuinely hope you're keeping well. I think about yourself and the family on the weekly. Trust me.
And sword.
Glad to see you, Xeno. I really mean that. Megamajig, thank you for gifting 2 subs to Zvoli and Thomas. Well, come on in, courtesy of Megamajig. Thank you, Megamajig. And for some reason, this didn't play. JP Bentley, thank you for gifting a sub to Dan D20. Thank you very much.
Raise them high and welcome to the knighthood.
Dan D20 with the 2-year resub through JP Bentley. Thank you, JP Bentley. Thanks, guys. I'm going to temporarily disable alerts while I chat to Sir, so bear with me here. I'll be back in a minute. I want Armored Core to become as popular as Dark Souls and Soulsborne in general. Hell yeah. Gatekeeping is always cringe. I agree. Yeah. Come on. We need to exist in a world without gatekeeping, surely. Where am I here? Sorry. Zero, I thought that was what was going on as well, but some people are just, you know, flat out like, you don't play our game. It's just bizarre to me. Anyway, chat. Sir, let's chat with him, shall we? You tried touching, smacking, and attuning with the console, but there is no response. No luck, I see. But there must be a way to activate it. There must. Oh. Oh!
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough. But if we can't even activate it?
Perhaps there is a way.
Oh, here we go. Big brain Graha back at it again. Elidibus. Could you imagine?
First, consider the world that has been recreated here.
Okay.
Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega. Sid built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
What happens here if you've not done the Omega Raid series? Because we're using information from the Raid series in order to ascertain how to progress the MSQ. But surely there are people who have gotten here and have never done it. No idea, actually? Yeah, like... Is it like off-screen magic and Graha knows about it? It's exactly the same? Oh, okay. Doesn't mention that bit part and speaks of Shinryu. Oh, okay, the same. Different dialogue, just one less dialogue? Okay, gotcha.
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
I'm glad they said that. Okay, good, good. Yeah, Metatron, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. It'll tell you to go back and do the Omega raids. You must go and do Omega before you can continue the Endwalker MSQ.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices.
Yeah, okay.
So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
You wouldn't be Graha Tia if you didn't, so please, go ahead. Have at it. I'm not sure this is a good idea, or I could use my custom-made Omega Jammer.
You still have it? Sid and Nero's legendary device which brought low the super weapon Omega.
I do indeed.
Wait, the actual device was much too big to lug around, so you must only have the control module. And there I was getting all excited.
Shit. And there I was getting all excited.
Never mind. An old-fashioned spell will suffice.
Yeah, okay, go on then. I love that he probably read so much about the jammer and our exploits. So to hear that we might have it, it's gotta be like Christmas for him, right?
It worked!
Well done! Good job, Graha. Oh, the music.
Open information to Communications Module 1. Connection established.
Okay.
Strategic Matrix Signal 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state.
I love that Sir is referenced back in that raid series. Everything's put there with purpose, chat. So good.
End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait, we have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Good question.
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
Right. I'm gonna guess it's the latter.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Another good question.
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative.
Okay.
All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post.
Right, okay.
End transmission. Closing connection.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end.
Yeah, something's not adding up, is it? I don't know whether we're being... The truth is being kept from us by Sir and the Omicrons? Or if Meteon and the Matea misinterpreted something?
As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Okay, let's give it a go. Huh. God, that's good, exactly. Exactly. It should be it should be my Nightbot Leonix, but Stream Elements is kind of broken at the minute. So, yeah. It's kind of a glitch, kind of a bug that needs to be fixed that I can't sort, unfortunately. Let us focus our search on the outpost. Alisei and I will try speaking with the Omicrons this time, in the hopes that we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Graha could observe from a distance. I didn't speak to Alisei and Graha before I spoke to Alphino. I'm furious, chat. These beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, then let us begin at once. Okay. Skip, restart, 1.0. I'd love that. That'd be great, Cornetto. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me? I certainly shall. Boop. Hey. Larminius, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. For the people who are relatively new here, you might not know that the follow alert, actually, that isn't my voice, as some people have... have said. It's Emmett from the end of Stormblood. When they go to the cloning facility. There you go. And the other one is Emanolane when we're in Alamigo. When he goes, huzzah! So, there you go. Of course it ran away. And because I attacked it, it'll now come back to me. That is so infuriating, chat. Alright, give me a sec. One moment. There we go. He's disappeared. Graha! And here we are. I see the twins are wasting no time with their inquiries. Let us begin observing the Omicrons. They are supposed to be standing by, so we should look for any that aren't. Okay. Let me quickly go chat with them beforehand. I've still got a Greybeard uploaded. What? That wasn't NDVA? No, Hans. It's Emmett. It's our boy. Musundari, hello. Lovely to see you today. How are you? Welcome on in. I really do hope that migraine has abated now. We'll be certain to ask about the extended operations unit. Where's Alisei? There she is. People who are in the know, can I click on the gemstone trader? Are there any spoilers in there? Not only do they look the same, they say the same things as well. It's fine? Okay. Initiating trading protocol. This unit is programmed to trade for bicolored gemstones, though this unit does not understand what value they hold. Okay. Triple triad card. Dynamis crystal. A golden crystal rich in dynamis. Okay, chat. Time to corkboard. So, dynamis crystals, the existence of which must meet... No. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Look at this. This is kind of cool. Anyway. Back we go, chat. Okay, chat, what do you think a dynamis crystal tastes like? There's a question for you. I'm going to say maple syrup. With a hint of, like, battery acid. You know? He cooking, JK, he microwaving. Crystallized Dynamis. Here, sadness. Salted caramel, lemon Jolly Rancher, popcorn coated in butter. Oh, I like the sound of that. Tastes like dying. Depends on the emotion. Tears, black licorice, because it's disgusting. Rock candy tastes like pain and suffering. I think tastes like pain and suffering. Yeah, that is black licorice, isn't it? I bet it's spicy. Rock, hello, Judge. How are you today? Beard, hello, welcome as well. Wimpy, hello. Mango and feelings. Got to take it somewhere nice and happy before you eat it. Maple syrup and battery acid? Yum. Jess, we can be friends. We seemingly have the same taste. Search base Omicron for errant Omicrons. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. I'm so glad they kept this in, because I think it's such a neat little, like... Can I click on Alphino? Okay, no. That's frustrating that I can't click on Alphino. Oh, there's one over there. The Omicron wanders around ceaselessly as if lacking a clear objective. Okay. Jess, is it really? Was it the most popular name through those years? That explains so much. So much. An Omicron wandering aimlessly. Where? That one. There it is. Ah, I see it. I like how it scratched its head. I love... Oh, no, I've just realized. They have the same model as the boss from the Alexander Raid series. The cruise something that you can get as a mount. It's the same animation, isn't it, when it, like, floats along? I love that mount. I need it desperately, but it's cash shop. Why? It's left the base. Let's follow it. Okay, let's go. Cruise Chaser. Thank you, Zero. That's the one. Okay. Yeah, it's a pricey one. It's a pricey one. Forward and back with it? And back and forward and forward and back? That sounds like a good idea. Give them the connotations. Yeah, no other sightseeing log chat, which I'm slightly frustrated about. Oh well. Hello, Graha. Fallow Portal. It's not here, but it definitely came this way. It must have used the portal. Okay. Time to go through and see what we find. Alright. Fallow Portal. Wait. I didn't chat with you again. Nothing nearby save malfunctioning units. Come, the portal awaits. Ooh, Lambda, hello. And when I mentioned that it had the same animations as the Cruise Chaser, that isn't me like bemoaning them for reusing animations or models. It was more like, oh, I didn't notice that. I think there's nothing wrong with reusing models, animations, and so on. I know some people can get really upset over it, but I didn't see the issue. Okay. This seems like the highest point we've been to so far. Look at that. Wow. If someone had shown me this back in A Realm Reborn, I wouldn't have thought it was Final Fantasy XIV. Beautiful. The Tree of Life. Okay. The Tree of Life. What is your query? I'll ask this now before the thing plays, cutscene, whatever. Someone mentioned data mining. Is that a rampant thing in FF14? Because it ruined a lot of things in WoW, where months before an expansion is even released, everything is data mined. Is that a thing in FF14 too? Data mining is a huge thing. Ah, damn. It's bad. But it's like, it exists but nobody has the data until release day. Coyote, right. Not really. Nowhere on the level of WoW. Okay. It's not as in your face as WoW. Right, right. It's avoidable. Okay, right. Thank you for giving like a comparison between how WoW does it and how FF14 does it. Okay, right. And I imagine people in the community are typically rather understanding that, say, a new expansion comes out, someone's not gonna, you know, post on Twitter, hey guys, look, the last boss model leaked. Like, there's a general, like, understanding that you don't do that. It hasn't been this expansion. There's a major spoiler currently because of as yet unused asset. They try at least. There's some who try, but the community is rather hush-hush about leaks, even if they exist. Okay, cool, cool. That's awesome. In WoW, I remember people inevitably talking about like cutscene spoilers, events, etc. and data mines. In 14, the data mines I've seen. Okay, good. Good. Fine, perfect. Thank you for answering that, chat. Because as someone who wants to get into 14 long term, like that's something which took a lot of like the wind out of my sails with WoW, is having things data mined and spoiled a year before an expansion even comes out, because it's all data mined in the beta and the alpha. Cool, awesome. Thank you. On with the cutscene. What is your query? Whoa, Graha doing the 100-meter sprint. You found it. What are you doing here? I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. To go to such lengths to sustain it. Is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves, like we did countless others. We required the star whence this tree came. Aurora, exactly. I'm so glad to hear that, like, the general status quo of, like, how spoilers are tackled in 14 is so different from, you know, the 15 years I played WoW. Because what you said I experienced as well, 100%. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way? And to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So it was acting outside of its orders. This tree on a foreign world with no hope of being able to continue on though still producing seeds and growing ever taller, ironically, coincidentally, has also planted a seed of not even, maybe doubt, I suppose, of doubt within their Omicron. Perhaps it is simply a malfunctioning Omicron. They are by no means uncommon, but it may also be a unit possessed of the ability to make decisions. One not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. To endeavor to live, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Andy. One day, when this adventure becomes a part of your epic, do you think I'll be mentioned in it? You have got to be some twisted, sick level of cruel to say maybe in a footnote. Of course, why wouldn't you be? You truly think so? That would be a... Hey, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we'd best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir, and understanding the nature of the emotion which bars our way. If that's an H, it must be hope. That's all I can think of, hope not found. And it would be appropriate, given what we're learning. Hope not found. Final answer, complete. Here, Oliver, you think? This is the last good stopping point? Okay. Taliesin, now that's better. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Okay. I'll have a look at the next quest line. Quest name. Hello world? Okay. Whoa! And it's got like a little picture. Oh, chap. I think we've just finished the penultimate stream to the end. That feels really strange. That feels really strange. I don't like that. Okay. Hold on. Do that again. Sit. Hold on, chap. There you go. Chat. My goodness, you see that? Someone flew by. Chat. As I understand it, I think what I'm going to do is tomorrow I've got some stuff I'm going to prepare for Friday, and then Friday we'll be going live at the same time, and we're not going to finish the stream until we've beaten Endwalker 6.0. That's the plan. So, I'll see you Friday for the end. I've got everything planned. I've made sure I've planned it all with Mrs. D20, so I'll need to bring. I'll buy some. I'll get like some coffee and stuff because I'll need it. Anyway, get the beers and rum ready. I can have a rum and coke. Yeah, I can have a rum and coke. I'm on medication, which means I can't have alcohol, but one will be fine. We say that, and then I go live, and I'm like, hey, everybody. Anyway, chat. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for joining me on the journey. Get ready for Friday, chat. A year. A year. Kelby, I'll be logged in after stream for like an extra minute, so I'll do it then, Kelby. A year of playing this game. A year of like slowly getting to meet more and more people who have shared their joy of FF14, the world, Eorzea, with me and the rest of our community. Thank you, everybody. It's been a year as of July, actually, if you can believe it. And the fact that Friday is the end makes me feel a little bit sick. Yeah. Aurora! Aurora, what the hell?
Aurora Lath has just tipped 50 Mount money.
Thank you, Aurora. It's very sweet of you. Megamajig as well for the 250 bits. Thank you. Aurora, Megamajig. Stop being nice. Aurora, thank you so much. And thank you for letting me know how much better the 14 community is with data mine stuff compared to WoW. That has been a big concern of mine. Thank you for letting me know that. And thank you very much for the 50 pounds. I really, really do appreciate it. Peachy Gummy, thank you for the 4 bits. And again, he's back again, chat. Chat. Rainy Bear, thank you for the forward. Thank you, Peachy Gummy. Thank you, Megamagic. And no, chat, I will say, of course, next week... Zero, thank you for the follow. Next week, we are doing patch quests. Like, I'm not done with 14. I'm not going to drop it, like... you know... What, is it Andy from Toy Story when he drops... He drops Woody. I don't want to play with you anymore. That's not me. I'm going to keep playing. So yeah, we're going to keep playing 14 until I'm done with the patch content, the raid content, and all that stuff. But yeah, Friday is the end of 6.0. And yeah, it's bittersweet in many ways. I will be bringing tissues because I don't think I'm ready. I'm really not. Again, I feel like David Tennant when he was done being the Doctor. I don't want to go. Yeah, that's how I feel. But no, chat, you've all been amazing. Thank you for being so understanding, and thank you for sharing your passion with myself and the community at large. It has been nothing short of breathtaking. So thank you all.
Raise them high.
Evilly, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. Hopefully those land in the laps of people who will be here this Friday and will no longer be subjected to ads aplenty. Mr. Extreme, Embry Gaming, Symmetrical, Majoga, and Lishi? Oh, come on in, courtesy of Evilleaf. Allow me to say goodbye to you wonderful people. Evilleaf, thank you again, you're very kind. Thank you everyone for being here. Let me say goodbye to you all now and cement yourselves in the annals of history and make your way on over to YouTube. Seeker Rail X, Magdalena, Gooby Prees, Kata Basios, It's Kate, Althenes, Winterfall, Holiver, Althenes, Maid of War, Thanko, Kelby, Luke, McDougall, Thur, Erudite Ember, Isabel, Dirthon, Valiant, Turtles, Zvoli, Tenshi, Amy, Torbravelk, Espresso, Albus, Chromatica, Cromscale, PT, Esseek, Lime, Emily, Andres Bandit, Thur, Egg with Feelings, Make Some Time, Rubert, Megamagic, Musandari, Nemasar, Tea Leaf, Cat Tangent, Celeste, Lotus, Sophie P, Flareheart, Holliver, Eriu, Sparkling Parfait, Sir Linkalot, Evo Gomez, Angry Tea Leaf, McDougall, Clivey Bear, Lazy Rico, Elderly Sign, Peachy Gummy, Risha, still scrolling down, Rainy Bear, Tatey Bread, Make a Stay, Hiss, Expeznaz, Aurora Lath, Vagrancy, E.T., Eriu, Origin Atrocity, Rando, Chromatica, Maid of War, Yuri, Parachute TV, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. Can we get some love and chat for Parachute TV? Zero, Maid of War, Jono87, Link Rain, Hiss Lizard, Maslar, Evelleaf again, Melody Bunny, Musandari, hopefully your migraine abates, Mew, lovely to see you today, Cypher, Z-City Kalela, Arcasia Dreamer, if June is still about June, let us know how the interview goes, VOD watchers such as T-Rex, I'm trying to think who I've not seen. Naughty, Kendra, anyone else who's watching the VOD, hello, goodbye. Mr. Gabs, Vagrancy, Guaheens, Lord Wizkid, Pi, Extreme, Lord Calf. Why are there so many of you? Judge, E.T., Celestial. Chat, I will see you on Friday for the end. How exciting. I'll see you then, chat.